to Royal Alchemist Academy. This is the only school in the nation where you can become certified as an alchemist. The unique thing about this institution is that anyone can be admitted here if they put in the effort, regardless of whether or not they're a noble. Even if you're an orphan. High achievers are exempted from paying tuition, and scholarships are also granted, but in exchange, competition is fierce, making it all the more difficult to pass the exams. It's said that only 1 in 10 students make it to the graduation ceremony. If you fail an exam just once, then you're finished. Your path to becoming an alchemist is cut off. Since being admitted here, my life has been nothing but studying, training, experiments, and part-time jobs to pay for my living expenses. Needless to say, my hands were full. So, I wasn't able to make many friends. The most I ever really did was talk to the lady who runs the school store. Of course, that's all my own doing. Still, it's not like I need to meet all sorts of people. In the end, there was a single encounter that had a major influence on me. And then, before I knew it, 5 years had flashed by.
It's finally time for the graduation exam! Let's do our very best!
It's time! The day has finally come!
There. That should do it.
Huh? Master! Miss Maria!
Sarasa?
What is it? You have an exam tomorrow, yes?
Well, I just happened to be passing by, so well, I thought...
To think it's been 5 years now since I took you as an apprentice.
I've come a long way, haven't I?
Even so, do not underestimate the exam. Now get to bed and no dawdling.
Yes, but I was, well...
I believe she came here to talk to you.
Huh? Is that so?
No, I mean, I just thought that maybe you would... I'll be up, sorry.
Hold on. It would be silly if you failed because you couldn't see past your hair.
Sorry to trouble you.
You need not worry.
Huh?
After all, you're the apprentice of Ophelia Millis, aren't you?
There, all done now.
Thank you, Miss Maria.
Sarasa? Now go get him.
Okay.
We shall now begin the written exam. Good work, everyone. Well done, all of you. Now it's time for the practical exam. We will not be answering any questions during this portion. If any issues should arise, you'll resolve them on your own.
The past 5 years of my life were preparing for this practical exam. But I can handle it. I just screwed up everything. I am completely done for. My life is over.
Next up, we have Sarasa Feed.
Coming!
We shall now move forward with the practical exam. Please create an intermediate level potion using the basic recipe. You may begin.
I've helped my master prepare intermediate level potions countless times. This will be easy! For an intermediate level, I'll need a Severanza bulb, parental concept, and there it is, Filipendula! That was a close one. This is Dryas. It's similar to Filipendula, but that's not enough to trip me up. Master showed it to me plenty of times. Now then, where's the real Filipendula? Huh? Filipendula? Filipendula? There's none here!
If any issues should arise, you'll resolve them on your own.
Is this a trick? There are numerous other combinations for making potions. So maybe the handout from before could have been false, and they're actually testing if I know the other recipes. That must be it! For another recipe to prepare an intermediate level potion, I'd need Woostale and Lyratam fruit. None of those either? What's going on? No, I've got to think this through logically. This is a test to make a potion, so they wouldn't want me to make anything else. Stay calm. I can't let these last 5 years go to waste. Potion. I need a potion.
Listen, do not confuse Dryas and Filipendula, all right? Otherwise, you'll just be wasting ingredients.
Master, I understand that they're quite easy to mix up, but are there any uses for Dryas?
Well, technically, you can use it to make a high-level potion.
That's so amazing!
The trouble with that is that it can be tricky to handle. Not only is it difficult to use, but you also need a ton of magical power. Normally, it would be a lot easier to just use a different recipe, and you'd end up with less mistakes.
Yes?
However, I could see it being useful for you. Useful for you. Useful for you.
A recipe for a high-level potion! From the prepared ingredients, I'll need apophilium roots, armalina fruits, and then Dryas! First, you add the finely chopped Dryas to the alchemic cauldron. Then, stir while adding in magical power.
And you'll need lots of it, until it starts giving off a bright light.
Not yet, not yet, not yet!
What's she doing?
Once it's glowing, you add the apophilium, then keep on stirring it until it turns clear. Then you add the armalina, and pour in even more magical power, making it just about right.
Oh my god.
Very nice. And then the potion is complete.
I never expected to have to make such a high-level potion. I guess it makes sense for the final exam, huh?
It certainly is a high-level potion.
Still, why go out of her way to perform such difficult alchemy?
I think I messed up.
What? You put out the wrong ingredients?
How could you be so careless? My apologies. It was entirely my mistake. I'll bring that student back so she can redo her exam.
Hold on.
Huh?
She did perform her alchemy properly. Besides, if that information is made public, it will damage our institution's reputation. Everything went by the numbers today. Understood?
Yes, sir.
To think she could make something like this out of such ingredients. What incredible talent.
This is my alchemy license. I'm an alchemist! I didn't really make any friends these last 5 years, and didn't make much in the way of memories other than studying. Still, there were some fun times too, and it wasn't such a bad school life in the end. From here on out, I've got to make it on my own! Look out, world! I'm on my way! Hi, I'm back!
Oh my, do we have a visit from an alchemist?
A real-life alchemist at your service!
So proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much! But,
If you're looking for Ophelia, she's back in the workshop.
Master?
Ah, Sarasa. Congrats.
It's all thanks to you!
Not just me. I heard how someone had the top score on the exam.
Oh, well, I received a reward for the exam and all, but I don't know how anyone else did. There are usually people who come in ahead of me.
But they're all nobles, right? Their grades always get a boost based on their titles and not achievements.
Oh, is that really a thing? But the reason I'm here, I have a request, Master.
For what?
Well, I want to go purchase my complete alchemy works! Master, after becoming an alchemist, what's the first thing I'll need to get started?
Let's see. That'd be a complete alchemy works. All alchemy techniques are recorded in there, from introductory level to advanced.
That sounds good to have.
They should sell them at the Academy for 7.5 million Rhea.
7 million?!
If you go through me, you can get it for 5 million instead. If you save up until graduation, you should be able to afford it.
5 million, Rhea? I've managed to save up enough. All 5 million.
You actually managed to save the money.
Cha-ching!
Here's an idea. Why not just work under me?
Huh? But then If I studied under a renowned alchemist on master's level, I would definitely be able to live up to my full potential. Thank you, but I can't. I've got to go out on my own. I can't stay ignorant to the ways of the world.
I do hate to lose you, but yes, going out into the world would be a good experience. With that in mind, here's a graduation present.
What? Wow. It's so cute.
I bestowed all sorts of effects on it, like expanded storage and weight reduction.
What? Are you sure? Isn't it really expensive?
Don't worry about it. Just like your necklace there. It's something that I made personally.
Thanks so much, Master.
Now you'll be able to take the complete works with you on your trip.
What? So this is the complete works? Those are some really giant books!
Volumes 1 and 2 that you used around the shop are the quickest read. They will get much longer as you move along through the volumes.
So very heavy.
Young Sarasa, I'm sure you'd like them guaranteed.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I brought my master along with me. Master, could you please check them?
Of course, we wouldn't want you missing anything, now would we?
I think this is the first time we've ever had a master-class alchemist come and check our books so casually. Still, you sure did work hard. I'm impressed. Most fresh graduates only buy up to Volume 3. I suppose that's cheaper.
Maybe so, but thanks to my master, I'm able to do it this way.
All done. That will be 5 million Rhea.
Right. Well then, I'd like to complete the purchase.
My pleasure.
So quick! There. Wow, so light. Nicely done, Master.
Sarasa, congrats on graduating. Come back anytime if you get the chance again.
Right. Thank you for everything. Hey guys, isn't that Ophelia Millis? No way. So the rumors about that girl being her apprentice were true? I should have been friends with her. Master, I'm fine. I can handle looking for a place on my own.
Well, I'm here, so let me pick out one for you.
Hello, anyone? Hey! Is anyone there?
Oh, hello there. Please, what can I help you two ladies with today?
Well, I'm looking for a place to train, so could I see who's recruiting at the moment?
Understood. Hold on just a moment.
There aren't many people today.
Oh, they're all celebrating. Because of the graduation ceremony, of course.
Ah, yes. I had a party with friends after mine, too. Those were some fun and exciting times. What about you?
I don't have any interest in frivolous stuff like that.
Oh, come on. We'll have a party for you at our place. Don't get down.
I'm not down at all, Master!
And here you go.
Oh, thank you. This is great.
Sorry, but could you show us the shop vacancies as well?
Why? Are you planning on opening up a new location?
No, that's not what I'm interested in. Have you found any good fits?
Not yet.
After today, how much money do you have left for job hunting?
Pretty much nothing after buying the complete alchemy works.
In that case, I have a recommendation.
Oh, wow. This place used to be an alchemist shop.
And it's for sale.
Huh? What? 10,000 Rhea? So cheap!
The storefront is a little tiny, but it has living space and fields for growing herbs and comes furnished and equipped with tools. It may be on the small side, but it's quite the bargain.
It's way too cheap. Wait, so are you telling me to open up my very own place? I only just graduated today, Master!
I figure it's so cheap because the nation is providing a subsidy.
That's right. They're trying to get more alchemists out in the country these days.
So it's so far out in the middle of nowhere, they're willing to subsidize it to the point where it's dirt cheap.
It's a small town surrounded by forest at the base of the Gelba Roja Mountains. Well, I guess it's more of a village.
The Gelba Roja Mountains? But it takes a month to get there by carriage from the capital!
Yeah, but it's easy to get a hold of alchemy ingredients around there, so it's not a half-bad place to polish your craft. Though you may not get many customers since it's out in the country.
Hey, isn't that a fatal flaw when trying to run an actual business?
But it is a great spot.
Besides, I don't know the first thing about running an alchemist practice.
That won't be an issue. You can already make everything up through the second volume of the complete work.
Huh? Well, it's true that I've made a wide variety of things, but still...
I forgot to mention something. The method to make frequently used artifacts is also written out within volumes 1 and 2. And so, you should be plenty capable of running a store.
But I'm afraid I just spent all of my savings. I may be able to get a hold of ingredients cheaply, but if I can't sell my products, I won't make a living.
Let's see. Then how about this? I'll regularly purchase any rare ingredients you find in the area and become your most loyal and trusting customer. You shouldn't have any trouble making a living then.
In that case, I could at least earn enough to get by. And when I consider my training... Hey, Master, are you just after those ingredients?
I'm always considering the right path for my apprentice's future, you know.
You didn't bother to deny what I just asked you.
Okay, this right here's the deed, so could I please get your signature?
Of course.
Hey, Master, this is too sudden. Huh?
Here's the key to your shop. My gift to you, my dear apprentice. And the deed as well. Now you're a proper alchemist with your own professional storefront.
But Master, this is too much for me.
I'll lend you a hand, so just give it your all. Even if it doesn't work and you have to come back, I'll hire you on then. But it'll be fine. We're talking about a shop run by my apprentice here.
My very own storefront? Got it, Master. I'll give it my all. I'll try running my own shop.
Sarasa, you've got this.
Right!
To Sarasa's graduation. Cheers!
Master, I'll be able to become a high-rank alchemist by getting through Volume 9 of the Complete Alchemy Works, right?
That's right.
I take it you've mastered all 10 volumes of the collection?
Only fools would actually do that. Why would I subject myself to such a thing? Most of the artifacts in Volume 10 are just a pain in the butt to make. They're not worth the hassle. Well, there is an important one used for achieving Master Class.
What? What's the qualification for Master Class?
That's a secret.
Come on now, what is it? Please tell me, Master!
I'll tell you once I can see you've got what it takes to reach that high of a level.
You promised me, right?
All you need to worry about is improving yourself right now.
Okay. Master Ophelia, Miss Maria, thank you for always helping me out.
Here's an assortment for you. It has all the basic tools and business advice you'll need inside.
Oh my, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it. Despite her demeanor, she worries quite a bit about you, my dear Sarasa.
You didn't need to tell her that.
You should have told her yourself.
Shh, quiet you.
It's a lot earlier than I planned, but now I can fulfill my dream of having a shop of my own. All my days spent up until now have been leading up to this point. After a month-long journey, anticipation welling up inside of me, I finally made it here to this brand new land. Finally, at last, I have my very own alchemy shop. This is it! It can't be. Where did you send me, Master? This is it? Where did you send me, Master? This is my shop. What am I gonna do? And after Master graciously pulled strings to get this place.
But it'll be fine. We're talking about a shop run by my apprentice here.
Right, forget it. I've already come all this way. So I should start by checking over the state of things. I'll head inside first. Wait, could this be... It looks like... Yeah, it's a medicinal herb. Actually, now that I think of it, Master did say it was supposed to have growing fields. The seeds must have spread. All right, then that means I should be able to save a little on ingredients. Weeds and herbs. Weeds, money, trash, trash, money. It's a lot less filthy than I expected it would be. I wonder if there's a cleaning seal in here somewhere. What's in here? An alchemy cauldron! A glass kiln! They left behind all their alchemy tools! Even though the place only cost 10,000 Rhea? Wait! Gotta stay focused for now. Weird, the kitchen isn't furnished with a stove or oven. I guess I'll be dining out for the time being. Yeah! There's a bath in here! That's a professional alchemist shop for ya! A magic crystal. Then this must be the core for the seal. In that case, then... Cool, it really was a cleaning seal. There's a security seal, too. I'll have to charge it up a little later. There are 8 rooms in total upstairs. This one looks like it'd be good to use for my room. Although this sure is some major dust. Now then. I'll still need to shine it with polish later. So these all must be the herb fields, huh? I'll need water. It hasn't dried up. Thank goodness. Seems I'll be able to manage after all. Well then, I should start by getting the basic furniture I'll need. With that said, I'm pretty sure I saw a general store along the way. Excuse me? Hi, welcome. Hi, hello, nice to meet you. I just moved here to your village. I'm your new alchemist. My name is Sarah Safid. I knew it. I've come here to this village so that I can learn over the... Oh, sorry, I'm from the capital. The capital? Amazing! That's as city as it gets. Oh, yeah, I guess so. You city girls are something else. You dress totally different than the folks around here. You think so? This is kind of old, though. Well, these folks tend to think everything's fine as long as it fits and stays in place. I don't think your clothes would look out of place in the capital. Really? I would never believe it. Hey, when you have time, could you perhaps tell me some city life stories about the capital and fashion and all the delicious sweets there? Of course. Oh, yeah, sorry. You came to buy stuff, didn't you? What are you looking for? Yes, I am, thanks. I do need to buy stuff. I'll try my best to give you a discount. We'll deliver the bedding once the cotton is delivered. I appreciate you helping me out on the price. You need to borrow a cart to take all this? No, I'll be fine. It should all fit in my bag. That's so amazing! Right? My master made it for me. When do you open up? There's still a lot of things I need to take care of first. I have to touch up the place, and I still need to gather a lot more things, too. Oh, right, I see. Huh? Hey, Alice?
What are you shouting about? You're sure making a ruckus, Larea.
This is your neighbor, Alice. She's one of my favorite people. Pleased to meet you. Well, I say neighbor, but she's a little ways off. She knows everybody.
Larea, can you start by telling me what's going on here?
Sarah Safir is the new alchemist who came to the village. Sorry. Thanks so much for showing me around the village.
Don't worry about it. No sweat off my back to think we have an alchemist in our village again. Not too long ago, that shop was originally run by an old man, but then his back gave out on him and his son came to pick him up.
So that's what happened?
You know, potions are absolutely essential in a small village like this. I mean, you've always got gatherers heading out into the forest, so you shouldn't be hurting for customers, that's for sure.
Super, I'll give my all.
Good to know. Now, let's get to meeting some of the folks. Just leave it to me, Miss Alchemist.
Thank you.
Hey there! This is Old Man Geberk. He's the village carpenter here.
Hey there, Alice. Who's the little lady behind you?
This here is Sarasa. If you can believe it, this young lady's an alchemist.
I'm pleased to meet you.
I suppose you probably want to start with a bed.
Yes, and then I'll ask for repairs to the shop after that.
Well, I do have some other folks waiting for stuff before you. Can't really let you skip the line, little lady.
I'll gladly wait my turn, of course.
Okay, let's see. The price for making a bed. What was that for?
What are you going on about? You can give her a bed or something as a housewarming gift, old man.
No, I'll pay for it.
All right. She's even younger than our grandkids, so it'd damage my reputation if I didn't give her some sort of welcome gift.
Huh? Well, wait, please. Thank you so much, Mr. Geberk.
Now then, let's get going.
Okay. I didn't make him mad, did I?
If you need any metalwork done, ask Jizdo here. He can do some real detailed work.
I'll definitely ask you for things once I've earned some more money.
Feel free to come by anytime.
Thank goodness. He seems nice.
Why don't I go ahead and introduce you to the mayor as well?
Right, if you think so. We didn't have one of those guys back in the capital.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't.
I never really thought about it, but now I get to meet the guy in charge of the whole village. My name is Sarasa, and I'm an alchemist. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you don't have to act all humble. You alchemists are the real elites among all of us. We're overjoyed to have you join us here in our village.
No, please, Mayor. I'm still just a novice in training after all. Stay modest. Modest.
We're here for some food, Delal.
Well, come on in.
Oh, man.
It's rare to see you here in the daylight, Alice.
Cut it out, you old goat. You're making it sound like I come here every night to drink.
Well, you do know I have all the receipts to prove it, don't you? So, who's your friend?
Let's do some introductions. She's this village's new alchemist.
My name is Sarasa. I'll be opening a shop in the village. It's nice to meet you.
I run the inn here in the village, and the name's Stalal. Here's hoping you end up a regular.
Thank you.
Still, you're so young. Are you gonna be okay running a shop all by yourself?
Yeah, I was shocked too, to think she'll run it all on her own.
You must have been awful unlucky to end up way out here in the sticks with nothing around but this little village.
Even if you're thinking it, you shouldn't go around saying stuff
no.
like that.
I wouldn't say that there's nothing here at all. There are medicinal herbs growing in front of the shop, and they look to be doing great despite not being tended. The soil and water around here must be great. Oh, and the wind feels so nice. That's something you're truly never able to experience in the capital. So, I love this quaint village. I'm really so glad to have come here.
Well, okay then. All right, good. I'll treat your lunch this time around, okay?
Huh?
You, on the other hand, better pay.
Oh, don't be stingy.
Please, I can't accept such generosity.
Don't worry about it. We're glad to have you.
Just think of it as a welcoming gift, right?
Hey! Did you just say that you're the new alchemist here?
Yes, I am.
This dish is a local specialty of the village. Something to help get you acquainted.
Oh, I wonder what sort of...
Was that too intense for a young lady?
Knock it off, you miserable drunk.
I'm exhausted. I didn't get along with the villagers at all. But I just can't eat that gross wormy stuff. Oh. I wonder if socializing with people has always been this difficult. I wonder what they all think of me. Can they put their trust in some new kid? If I don't get any customers, I'll have to... show up so suddenly.
Is it strange for me to come see how my apprentice is doing?
Not really, I guess, but... no, wait, it totally is. I mean, this place is so far away.
I know, right? It took me 3 days.
Yeah, it takes a really long time to get here. Wait, 3 days? After taking a carriage from town, I needed to cross mountains and valleys. It took me a whole month.
That's because I ran here, silly.
You ran here in 3 days? That's not possible!
When you train properly, you can.
You sounded just like a soldier there for a second.
Oh, yes, right. Speaking of soldiers, I never really taught you how to fight and defend yourself, now did I?
Come again?
It's dangerous to neglect your fighting skill training. You need to be prepared to defeat monsters on your own in order to procure alchemic ingredients.
I'll be fine. We had field practice for that sort of stuff.
When it comes to martial arts, it's best to have an instructor.
I don't even have a sword.
It's all yours. Are you ready?
This sword looks pretty expensive, Master.
It's sturdy, but not all that special. Now take your stance. Show me what you got.
She really wants me to use this thing?
Oh, Sarasa. And don't you worry about hitting me, because your blade will never even get close.
Now you've done it, Master.
And if it looks like you're about to die, I'll heal you, of course.
I don't exactly have a fondness for pain, you know.
Look out! Come on, is that all you've got?
Seriously? How could you? I'm just a kid!
Keep it up, dear apprentice!
Thanks for the meal. So delicious! This is Miss Maria's cooking!
She kept bugging me to bring some for you.
My exhaustion and pain are all gone. My resentment's still holding on fine, though.
So then, are you making progress?
I think the shop will take up a lot of time once it's running. It took till morning yesterday to get my merchandise ready.
That's That's because you're all on your own right now.
You're lucky because you've got Miss Maria, Master.
I'm sure you'll find someone like her to help you out.
I get the feeling that your life would probably be a mess without Miss Maria around to assist you with things.
I can't exactly deny it.
So, Master, what did you really come all this way to see me for? It wasn't just for the sword and fight training now, was it?
No, I came to set up a transfer circle.
A transfer circle? Out here?
All right, it seems to be working. Send over anything you want to sell and I'll buy it for the market price in the capital. And send over a list with any ingredients you might need. If I can get a hold of it, I'll send it your way.
Thanks so much, Master.
Now then, guess it's time to get going.
Huh? Please, you can stay here overnight.
If I leave the shop for too long, Maria will shoo me out. Oh, Sarasa, are you feeling lonely?
Nope. Not lonely at all, Master.
You suddenly found yourself out here in the country. I figured if I got here and you were a mess, I'd have to bring you back with me.
I'm telling you, I'm okay.
I see then. Well,
I probably shouldn't have acted all nice and confident. She could have totally stayed the night. I mean, it'll take her 3 days to get back. I wonder which mountain or forest she's running through now. Whenever she gets back to the capital, Miss Maria will be there waiting. That sounds kind of nice. Maybe I really should have stayed back in the capital. Am I still not ready to be on my own? What's going on?
Sarasa! Good morning, how are you today?
What is all this?
All right. I brought your new bed with me, little lady.
And here's all the cotton for the bedding.
I'll go ahead and fix the broken sign and walls, too, if that's fine.
What about the people ahead of me?
Everyone from the village said to give your shop top priority and that they can wait for me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry about before.
No.
How should I put it? We heard you say you really love the fact you moved to this village, and that made us all, well, kind of happy.
What? I love this quaint village. Glad I'm here.
So we all immediately took a great liking to you when we heard that. And we figured we could get away with a little prank. Anyway, we'll go make you a nice sturdy fence for your new alchemist shop. It's the least we can do.
Well, that's better. Looks like Larea must have really chewed their butts out, didn't she?
Huh? I heard what happened at the dining hall from Ellis, and I was worried you might come to hate it here, Sarasa. Everybody loves this village of ours, and I think it's just a case of a few people getting overly excited once they saw how happy their new neighbor is. Ellis and Dalal really took a liking to you. They almost acted like you were their very own kid. And as for me, I'll always be on your side too, Sarasa. Even though we only just met each other.
Thank you, Miss Larea.
They're a rowdy bunch, that's for sure. But don't think too badly of them.
There you go, just like that. Okay.
I feel guilty for having you help out like this.
Think nothing of it. I love this stuff. By the way, this cloth you have is nice.
It's environmental tuning fabric. It adjusts temperature and humidity levels all on its own. I'll give you a few sheets of it later.
You mean it? Thanks!
Miss Larea, are you okay staying here so late?
We've come this far. I'd like to at least get the bedding done before we stop.
Then would you like to stay the night?
Huh? Are you being serious right now? I'll let my dad know!
Miss Larea?
Wow. So your master gave you sword training?
She told me that I will need to train myself, and since she gave me the sword, I've got to keep on practicing with it.
Even though you're just an alchemist?
That's the sort of master she is. But once I open the storefront, I won't have all that much time to spare. If only I could at least hire a sales clerk to help.
Could I do the job?
Huh?
Could I be your sales clerk? Not that I've ever done that job before.
What? But don't you have to help out your family?
Only once a month or so when my parents need to go out and stock up. So as long as I can take that time off, it should be fine. I'm sure it isn't quite so simple to work in an alchemist shop, much different than our family store.
I'm I'm sure you'll find someone like her to help you out.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Huh? And I would teach you whatever it is you need to know, so I would love to have you work for me as long as you can.
Wait, you really mean it?
Can I take that as a yes, then?
Of course! I promise to work hard as long as you don't fire me.
Pleasure to have you on board, Miss Larea.
Oh, you don't have to call me Miss, okay?
Then, here's to us working together, Larea.
Thank you, Sarasa.
Oh, the place has a bath if you want to take one.
Huh? A bath? Oh, wow! This bath is so warm and feels amazing!
It sure is some nice growth. No, not really. Only rich folks have them in their own home.
Is that so?
But hey, you can feel free to use it whenever you want to.
Glad to hear. That would be nice.
I really am happy you're here and I got to meet you, Larea. I want to be a part of the village, so... Larea?
My eyes are spinning. Where are you, Sarasa?
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick?
No, I feel all floaty and dizzy, but I'm here.
But you're drunk right now. On magical power.
Worry about me. Oh my gosh, you're so strong. Pretty, Sarasa.
Sorry, I added magic potion to the bath and it messed you all up. Just rest up for the day, okay?
Aren't you gonna sleep too, Sarasa?
I will. On the floor.
Silly, don't do that. Come on, let's sleep together. I mean, it's your bed. And we finished the bedding and everything. I can't believe it's finally finished. I made it for you. It's to open your shop.
Time to open our shop.
We are now open!
Please, you must help us! Please, you must help us! I beg you, my friend is horribly injured. Iris? Iris?
The worst injury is obviously her arm. Then there are the burns on her left arm. And the poison, too.
Please, miss, you must save Iris.
I can do that for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Unfortunately, it will cost a great deal.
You kidding me? You're talking about money at a time like this?
Come on, that's enough. Don't start acting like some damn amateurs. You heard what the young lady said. If you want to call yourselves gatherers, you gotta be prepared for these things.
I know, but look at her arm.
There are two ways I can handle this.
Yes?
Save her life, but nothing else further. Or secondly, allow her to recover her health entirely.
I'll pay you whatever it takes. Just please, bring my dear Iris fully back to how she was before.
I understand. What is your name?
I'm Kate.
Okay, Kate, could you draw some water?
On it.
Larea, I need you to show her the way.
Yes, of course. Right this way, Kate.
Step aside. Could you describe the circumstances of how this happened to her, Mr.?
The name's Andre. We found him by the front gates. They were already pretty beat up, so we brought him here. From what they said, they ran into some sort of nasty bear-like creature.
They said it was huge, had 4 arms, and even breathed red-hot flames, right? Yes, that's correct.
I know exactly what it is. In all likelihood, a Hellflame Grizzly.
A Hellflame?
Not a good sign.
Okay, here's the water.
Put it on the table.
Will do.
Okay, I'll start by reattaching her arm. Please put it in place.
Okay.
All right, that should take care of that. I see that first aid was already done on her stomach wound. Next, she'll need an antidote. Although, she still hasn't regained consciousness. That handles the poison. All right, Larea, hand me a stamina recovery potion.
Which bottle is the one you want?
The expensive one. This
first place is because you two charged in all on your own.
Oh, come on. Now is not the time for discussing that. What I'm taking issue with is how she seems more worried about payment than someone's life.
What's the matter with weighing life and money against one another?
Gatherers like you make a living selling the goods they risk their lives retrieving. We alchemists make a living by receiving money for our services, making medicine and artifacts, and sometimes saving lives. They're the exact same thing, weighing the value of life. We have to.
No, it's not that...
I doubt you guys would like the idea of just giving away the stuff you've gathered for free. Well, neither does anyone else. We've all got our roles to play in life. Keep that in mind. So, little lady... sorry. I'm sure you got a name.
My name is Sarasa.
All right, Sarasa. Seems like we'll just be in the way at this point, so we'll head out. But if there's anything I can do, just let me know. See ya.
Thank you very much.
Miss Sarasa?
I'm not sure if I handled that well. Even if I must do it, weigh the value of life and money, that doesn't change the fact that I want to save Iris.
Well, I thank you.
Now, we'll heal her stomach injury, which already received first aid. Right. All right, I believe everything should be fine for now. She's still pale because of the blood loss, but her breathing has finally calmed down. Now all she has to do is keep drinking stamina recovery potions.
Thank you! I really thought she was done for.
I'm so glad for you. Now I can finally relax as well. So I'll just go in on by...
What's the matter with you? You okay?
Are you doing all right there, Sarasa?
I pushed myself a bit there so my nerves gave out. Oh, and Kate, you're welcome to stay here at my place with Iris until she's able to recover.
That's safer than taking her back to the inn, but still. Are you sure?
Yes, I feel more at ease that way myself, too.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a bunch for everything today.
Okay, but I wasn't really able to do much of note.
That's not true at all. I was worried if it was a bit too much for you.
Honestly, I was surprised. So alchemists deal with some pretty crazy situations, don't they?
That's only natural when you handle medicines. I did a lot of training, but honestly, that was my first real patient.
Really? That was your first? But you seem so calm and composed.
Actually, it really was a whole lot for me to handle.
Well, you were great.
Still, I sure am glad Kate decided that she would pay to have Iris operated on. I mean, I wanted to save her after all.
Right. I can't believe those guys were trying to argue with you about it. I'm not really familiar with them, aside from Andre.
Kate said today was the very first time they have ever worked with those guys.
They didn't understand a thing about what you were doing.
Yes, well, I just had to say my piece. If I just gave all my treatments away for free, my alchemy business could fall apart. I need money for it to continue.
If Kate happened to say she couldn't pay for Iris's healing, what would you have done?
That's a hard question to answer. I may have gone ahead and saved her anyway. To tell the truth, there are times when alchemists have to be able to think fast and make decisions quickly in order to save as many people as possible.
Oh yeah? Like what?
For example, there's a limit to how many potions you can make, and ingredients aren't infinite either. That's why there needs to be an exchange of money. And it's the reason for the relationship between alchemists and gatherers. That system is meant to keep things equal and moving smoothly. So ignoring that to save a single life now could eventually lead to even more lives being lost in the end. It's a delicate balance. I want alchemy to protect as many people as possible. And that's the reason I must be strict about payment. To make it work.
I can definitely understand that. And appreciate what you do. So thank you for teaching me.
Well, right back at you too, Larea. And thanks for listening to me.
Kate. Iris, you're awake. Oh, thank goodness. Excuse me. My deepest apologies for imposing on you in your own residence. I, Miss Iris Lotse, offer you my deepest heartfelt gratitude for saving my life.
Don't worry about it. I couldn't exactly let you die. Besides, it's not as if I did it free of charge.
Speaking of which, how much does it cost?
Well, let's see then. Between the treatment and the potions given, it should be...
That's a lot.
Of course, I'm not asking you to pay it all at once. I have no intention of pushing you on the matter, so please take your time.
Between the two of
like to ask the two of you.
What might that be?
It's about the thing that attacked you. The Hellflame Grizzly monster. Can you tell me where you encountered it?
It wasn't all that far away, was it? Not sure. I was just running as fast as I possibly could, but it didn't take very long to get here.
It must be pretty close, Sarasa. But it won't come all the way here to the village, will it?
We can't be sure of that.
Wait, what?
Unlike normal animals, there are all sorts of monsters lurking out there. We must not let our guard down. All right, I guess it's time to go gather up some ingredients.
Whoa, hey, you don't have to treat it so lightly.
Yeah, she's right about that. You'll end up being the one injured this time.
Nah, I don't think it's really all that much for us to worry about.
I guess I have to ask, are you like super strong or something?
Well, I've had sword training in the academy, so I don't think a single Hellflame Grizzly would be any real trouble for me.
Even so, I cannot allow you to venture alone into the dangerous woods. Allow me to accompany you as an official gatherer while you search.
Whoa, wait, slow down. You've only just recovered, Iris.
I'll come along as well. I need to do at least a little something to help Iris pay you back for fixing her up.
Well, I guess it's true that I'd need people to help carry the ingredients.
Then should I reach out to Andre's group to come help us as well? I'm sure they'd prove useful.
This is turning into quite a big party just for supplies. But I suppose it will be my first time exploring the area.
Yes, that's correct. And if you treat monsters lightly, you're sure to suffer.
Have some faith in me! So let's all go on a bear hunt adventure together! Yeah!
I can't believe my eyes.
She didn't need our help at all, did she?
I thought for sure you were gonna take down that grizzly with your sword.
I brought it along just to be safe, but I can get more ingredients if I don't hack it all up. And now for the fun part. Time to get dissecting! Ooh, that's a nice flame sack you have here. It's so soft and slick, it must be pretty high quality.
She certainly seems to know what she's doing. For real, we're truly watching a pro at work.
I gotta reach all the way in while taking care not to damage the stomach. Ah, there it is. A nice fresh juicy liver. Now then, last up are the eyeballs. Oh no, this isn't good.
A Hellflame Grizzly frenzy?
Yes, Mayor. There's a very high risk of that occurring.
But why would they do that?
They mainly eat flamestones, and whenever there's a shortage of their favorite food, they lose control of themselves and start running wild. These red eyeballs are a sure sign of that. Once they start rampaging, they'll attack nearby towns and villages indiscriminately. At best, they would number around 10, but at worst, it could be well over 100.
This is bad.
That said, they should be here tomorrow at the soonest, and within 6 days at the latest.
In that case, we need to contact the Lord of the Land. But even if we did do that, there's no telling if help will arrive in time.
Please, Mayor, pull yourself together.
Sarasa, isn't there anything we can do?
I'll certainly help out as much as I can, but is there anyone who can fight?
Only Jasper, the village hunter. And our village doesn't have the money to hire anyone else to come help.
I shall lend my assistance, as will I. However I can.
Yeah, that goes for us too, of course. And I'll try to reach out to some other gatherers around.
Even so, we simply won't have enough people to protect the entire village.
Maybe, but there's a way for us to handle this.
Huh?
Let's work together to overcome this. If we put our heads together, I'm sure we can make it. Well, probably.
So we're gonna be attacked by what now? And you're saying we're the only ones who can do something?
I am.
What do we do?
I'm really sorry, Sarasa. Most of the gatherers in the area have already run away.
Huh?
Apparently those two gatherers who are in our party were going around talking about how horrifying the Hellflame Grizzlies are.
Honestly, this is going to be tough.
So, where do you think we should start, Sarasa?
What?
You heard her. It's not like we'd have anywhere to go if we ran for it anyway, so we've got no choice but to protect our village ourselves. Isn't that right, everyone?
Well, then let's start by gathering materials to build a fence. We'll use the fence to guide the Hellflame Grizzlies from the forest to a single spot and take them down all at once. To draw them in, we'll leave the flame stones they eat as bait. We'll put them right in the center. Those of you who can't fight, please help with keeping watch and herding them in.
Just leave it to us. We can get those grizzly monsters all stirred up for you.
My husband is the hunter of this village, so he can definitely help fight. He can head out into the forest and let us know when those nasty flaming monsters are on the attack.
The name's Jasper. I've got a sharp set of eyes and a good sense of smell.
Great, that'll be a big help, Jasper. I'd like to express my gratitude, Andre.
Oh, gratitude for what?
For staying here in the village and helping us out, rather than running away like the others.
Of course I would stay. I mean, we've been working out of this village for what feels like forever.
Yep, that's right. Oh, we're not gonna just run away while everyone here is caught up in this mess. That goes extra when kids like you are working so hard. Gotta say, I'm impressed.
I think you're mistaken a bit. I'm 15 now, so I'm technically a grown adult.
Okay, yeah, right.
Preparations seem to be going smoothly. I think we'll pull through.
I certainly hope so.
You sure did make a lot, Sarasa.
Yeah, because I've been making this stuff for the last 3 days straight.
Is the shop gonna be all right? You're using a lot of supplies.
Since we're ignoring profits, we're way in the red. To be honest, if I don't get a hold of ingredients from the Hellflame Grizzlies, things will be looking pretty bad. Still, I've got to give my all for everyone. After all, I love this village so very much.
We're all glad you're here.
What's that? That's the signal that they've started moving!
Everyone, calm yourselves. Don't panic. Get in place. What'd you see, Jasper?
There are over 20 of them out there. They're not moving fast, but they are coming here.
I'm only standing here thanks to Sarasa's miraculous power. But that cannot happen again. I shall not waste this precious life of mine a second time.
Go ahead and take shelter on the second floor. If anything happens, blow that whistle as loud as you can.
I understand. You be careful out there, all right?
Will do, thank you.
Okay, here we go.
How many are there? They're enormous. That's truly unbelievable.
Stand your ground and just stick to the plan. We're glad to see you.
So sorry I'm late. There's nothing to worry about. Everything's going as planned. We should be able to take them all down if we just work together.
You heard her. Now let's all protect our village.
Let's do this.
Did you get hurt anywhere, Iris? Sarasa, please. I'm already in your debt.
Yeah, things are looking good. It's starting to feel like we're gonna manage somehow, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's even bigger. We've got ourselves a boss class, you guys.
This one might take all three of us to take down.
Yeah, I hope we're up to this.
Wait, no, come back!
Waterfall!
Be careful, Sarasa!
obviously at a loss for words when it comes to you.
If I recall, that whistle means... Larea! Sarasa, wait! Larea!
I brought you some fresh, cool water to drink, Sarasa.
That sounds lovely, thank you.
Are you sure you're alright?
I really pushed the physical enhancement, so my whole body is aching. Normal potions won't help.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry, you have to help me, Larea.
Please don't worry about it. After all, it's thanks to you that we were able to save the village.
It's because we work together.
Sarasa!
Huh? Iris, Kate, what are you doing here?
Please eat. You can get some nourishment from these.
Thanks so much, you guys.
You gathered so many.
Well, we do have a debt to repay and all. As you can see, I have fully recovered, so if there's anything I can do, please just ask me.
Well then, in that case, could you go ahead and live here?
My deepest apologies, but we could not possibly pay rent on top of our debt.
That wouldn't be necessary. And if you can avoid paying for lodging, it should make paying me easier.
Yeah, I guess it would.
It would be a big help for me, too, as I need alchemy ingredients. And it would be pretty useful to know what's going on in the Gatherer's world, and what they need. So I can help you, and you can lend me a hand running the business. I don't even know what to say.
Well, the view is better now.
How is everywhere else in the village looking?
Just from walking around, here's what I found. There were a number of houses with broken walls. One that was half destroyed, and another that was burned down to the ground.
That's some serious damage.
The one silver lining is that they were all just vacant houses meant for loaning out to visiting gatherers.
And does that mean the most serious damage caused by the monsters in the village was to your shop?
I doubt you could open the shop with it looking like this.
Sarasa?
You're opening anyway?
You're going to open up even with a shop like this?
Precisely because of this. Don't you see? We worked so hard to get this place open for the village, and then almost immediately it was destroyed. And since the village needs an alchemy shop, this is exactly the time to get started. All of us and everyone in the village wants to get back to their everyday lives as soon as possible. And we can do it.
Got it. Understood.
We shall lend a hand as well.
That sounds perfect.
All right, we'll start by heading to the village and letting them know the shop's open. Sounds good.
Be careful!
Alrighty then. Okay.
So what is this all about?
It's just a bit of preferential treatment towards the locals and the gatherers based around here.
Let's see, it says, discounts available for customers who bring along used bottles?
Potion containers come in all sorts of varieties and vary from shop to shop, so you can't reuse empty ones generally. However, when it comes to bottles made here in this shop,
you can wash and reuse them!
Correct! Most of the effort behind basic potions comes from just making the bottles. And so, if I can buy back the bottles...
then that means it works out for everyone.
Well, it'll lead to a drop in profits, but still.
But if you make up for that with your other goods, like... Let's see then. What about this cloth for bedding? You've got a bunch. It's that expensive just for fabric?
That's 20 to 30% cheaper than in the capital. And if I were to mess up the creation process, it instantly becomes worthless. Say I were to buy 1 million Rhea worth of alchemic ingredients. If I make some sort of mistake... That's why it's important for alchemists to have a certain level of savings so we can keep ourselves out of debt.
Whoa, what a harsh existence.
So because of that, I've got to think up a way to earn a bit more profit to help us.
Sarasa, are you feeling better and back to your usual self?
Yes, I am. Thank you for asking.
Glad to hear it, young lady. What brings you here to visit me today?
Right. I came to negotiate the Grizzly remains and how they're being handled.
Yes?
I already collected all the alchemy ingredients I could, but once I received money for them, I'd like to split that with everyone. And with Andre's group, who stayed behind despite knowing the danger. My proposal is that I'll take 40% and the remainder
That won't be necessary.
Huh?
Do whatever you please with the ingredients you gathered.
What? Oh no, I couldn't possibly.
The truth is, you took down over half of those grizzlies yourself.
Yeah, but...
Nobody will complain about you doing that. Although, in exchange, we're currently in the process of dissecting what was left over. Would you mind terribly if we took those remains?
Of course not. I'd encourage it. Meat and pelts don't have very much use for us alchemists, fundamentally speaking.
Well, I appreciate it. If we sell that off, it will allow us to pay the gatherers who helped out and also cover the repairs.
But won't it be pretty tough to sell all of that grizzly meat and their big pelts to other villagers?
I guess that's true, more or less. We typically leave dealings outside of the village up to Darna from the general store to handle.
Darna's Lorea's father, isn't he?
We can always pickle the meat and salt to preserve them, but I gotta wonder how we'll handle those big pelts.
In that case, why don't I take charge of the pelts too?
You sure?
Yeah, I can process them, no problem. Please leave it to me.
So there are 28 grizzlies worth here.
Once I transfer the contents of the flame sacks, that should decrease the volume a good bit.
Are you gonna use all of this, Sarasa?
No, I couldn't possibly go through all of it on my own. There's no way.
And you took charge of the pelts too, right?
Yeah, honestly, it would be easiest to have my master buy everything, but I'll use the opportunity to go sell them.
Huh? You sell them?
If I go introduce myself to the alchemists in the nearest town, I'll be able to buy and sell ingredients with them in the future. It'll make things more convenient.
I see.
I guess I'm off to the nearest town. Straight to Substrog. I'm counting on you to man the shop.
But Sarasa, it would take 3 days to make it to South Strog on foot. And there aren't any regular carriage rides out there.
No worries. I'll be using physical enhancement. I'll be back by tomorrow morning at the latest! That was a bit much, considering I was bedridden up until yesterday. It took me half a day. It's a town! A normal, proper town! There's a clothing store and a hat shop and a bakery and a cake shop. There's even a trendy little cafe. It would be nice to be able to take it easy and drink tea in a place like that someday. But to do that, I've got to earn some money first. Sorry, excuse me? I'm looking for an alchemist shop. Do you know of any?
Of course, we've got 2 of those. One shop is set up right down that alley, while the other is on the edge of the town's central plaza.
Thank you very much, sir. Right. I guess I'll start with the closest one. Hello?
Come on in, sweetie.
I came to sell ingredients.
Oh, what have you got?
I've got this. Even at a low evaluation, it should come out to around 300,000 Rhea.
Anger bear hearts, huh?
Huh? Those aren't from Anger Bears, they're from
Well, they're a bit old and weren't handled very well. I suppose I could offer you around 12,000.
I'm not some novice who can't even tell the difference between an Anger Bear and a Hellflame Grizzly, honestly. And even if they were Anger Bears, to offer only 12,000? Unless he had the audacity to say they were old and poorly handled. Is he looking down on me? Then what about these?
If you add those in, I guess I could do 20,000 total.
Excuse
Wait!
Was it a mistake coming to South Strahd for business partners? If they're going to mark down prices that much, I'll have to come up with a different method. But still, I already traveled all this way. I'll go give the other shop a try. All right.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, ma'am.
What brings you here today?
I wanted to sell some things.
Oh, this is lovely. Haven't seen a Hellflame Grizzly Heart in a while. It's fresh and handled quite well. I'll give you 400,000 Rhea for it. Now that I think of it, I talked to a terrified gatherer yesterday. He had just fled from a hungry pack of Hellflame Grizzlies rampaging towards Yoke Village. And from what I was told, I figured the village would have been wiped off the map by now. But if you have this...
We somehow managed to take them all down.
So, you must be the new alchemist there. I guess you're just getting started.
I am.
Oh, you mean you're Ophelia's apprentice? She's a masterclass alchemist.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, to think she would send you all the way out here. Now I can see why you're already so skilled. Tell you what, how about I buy everything you brought in today?
That'd be great. And actually, there are a number of ingredients I'd like to buy myself.
I think I've got all of that. We should be able to work out a nice price.
Thanks for the help.
I think we're both helping each other out. Ever since the old alchemist closed up his shop, it's been a big problem getting a good flow of ingredients. I'm so glad that a capable alchemist has moved in to take his place.
It makes me happy to know you approve of me.
If you ever find yourself in trouble, feel free to come see me.
Thank you.
I'm Leonora, by the way. What's your name?
I'm Sarasa. Sarasa Feed, rather.
Well, it's getting late. You should probably stay the night.
Huh? No, please. I can't impose, but thank you.
I'm assuming you used physical enhancement to get here, so I'm sure you're exhausted and need some rest. You can get a good night's sleep and head out early. Now listen to what your senior alchemist tells you, okay?
All right. I'm not quite as tired as I thought I'd be since I got some proper rest last night. With all those sales, I should be able to afford all the repairs on the shop now. And it gives me some funds left over. I guess I feel pretty lucky that I was able to have met such a great alchemist like Miss Leonora. I mean, she even sent me home with some sweets. I wonder if everyone is still asleep.
Welcome back, Sarasa.
You're out here training this early in the morning, Iris?
Indeed. I wish to be ready at any moment for whatever unexpected issues may arise. Welcome home, Sarasa. We've handled all the repairs we could manage on our own.
Wow, that's a big help.
And if you don't mind, Sarasa, I have a suggestion for you.
A suggestion?
Yes! Why don't we make a kitchen while we're at it?
This is technically the kitchen, even if it looks like a frightful mess right now.
No, I'm talking about a proper kitchen where you can cook meals.
What do you mean, a proper one?
You don't have a stove or oven or anything kitchen-like. So why not use this time to make a true cooking space?
As nice as that sounds, I don't really cook all that much.
I'll do it. Huh? Iris and Kate are living here now, too. So let's all eat together and enjoy each other's company. I'm sure the two of them would prefer that setup, too.
True, and if you cook the meals for us now and then, it would be cheaper than eating out all the time. And gatherers do a lot of physical labor. Let's give your proposal a try, Larea.
I'm in agreement, too.
K'Burk!
You played the biggest role in ridding us of those monsters, so my pride as the village carpenter won't accept your house being ramshackle. I'm sure you'd like some sprucing up.
I can't thank you enough for this.
I'll give your furniture an upgrade while I'm here.
Again, thank you, K'Burk, and don't worry, I'll make sure to pay you properly for your work. This is great!
Now it's kind of heavy. Be careful on your way back.
All right. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2.
Well, what's that you got there?
Oh, hey, Delal. It's for Or the magic stove in our kitchen. Isn't it nice?
Oh, a magic stove? I sure am jealous, because you don't need any fuel and you can control the strength of the flame.
That's right. No fuel, no flames, no problem.
I'd love to have one put in too, but they're so expensive.
This one here costs about 120,000 Rhea after all.
Oh? 120,000? But I heard they went for 200,000 to 300,000.
Oh, I'd imagine that's probably due to the shipping charges, and it makes a difference if it's for a home or business. For your place, I would imagine it'd be around 150,000.
150? Huh.
Oh no! I went into business mode there and launched into my sales talk! Anyway, I gotta run. Talk to you later!
That sure looks complicated.
Not at all, really. It's just delicate work, so it wears on the nerves, I suppose.
Wow!
I've got to place the magical crystal in this slot, and then we affix the metal plates right on top. Now we just need to use resin to fill the gaps, then add a coating to increase durability and water resistance. Then we're done.
I'm looking forward to it.
Coming! Hey, Dalal.
Can I have a moment with you? At first I hesitated, but, well, you know, I need a new stove. I'll take 2.
Huh? You want 2 of them?
I do. As you might have guessed, our place uses a crazy amount of firewood as it is. It's a small price to pay, considering we won't need to secure and store it anymore, or even have to chop it for that matter.
Got it. If you're ordering 2 at one time, I can give you a 10% discount, so 270,000.
I appreciate that.
I'll put in the order. That takes care of the delivery.
Oh yeah, working like a charm.
You bet this thing's terrific.
Here you go, Sarasa. Money well spent.
I don't mind if you pay in installments.
Oh, come on, it's fine. After all, the mayor split up all the funds from the whole Hellflame Grizzly incident. And let's be real, you were the whole reason any of that happened, weren't you? So seriously, thank you.
Look, Miss Sarasa.
Thank you. We all made it through safely because of your bravery.
Oh, hey, Father.
Hello, I'm Maria's father, Darna. Thank you so much for saving my daughter's life.
I purchased some potions, and that bottle buyback you've got going is perfect.
You alchemists sure are something else indeed.
If you would, please take this.
The villagers certainly are grateful to you, Sarasa. First you save everybody, then collapsed, and then kept going. So they're happy to have a chance to let you know how they feel and what you did for them.
Then does that mean that I'm once and for all finally a real part of the village?
It's a kitchen! And new furniture! And the walls, too! Just what I'd expect from Gaberg.
It's amazing! And the interior looks great thanks to the coordinating you did, Kate.
That's a definite. It looks great. Even more impressive than I could have possibly imagined.
Hey, Larea. Huh? I got you something. Here.
Oh, wow. Is that a cookbook?
Yeah, it sure is. I had my master send it over with the transfer circle. So technically speaking, it's a present from her, too.
Thank you so much for this. I'll be sure to make lots of delicious food every day.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Okay, then. Why don't we try boiling water to make sure the stove's working?
How about we go ahead and put on some tea?
That sounds perfect.
Oh, in that case, we should help ourselves to the sweets that Miss Leonora gave us.
So delicious! It's been quite a while since I've had any sweets.
It has a sort of big city taste to it somehow.
Please, have some more. Sweets just always seem to go great with tea, don't they?
You got that right.
Oh, wow. This one tastes kind of different than the others.
Oh, which one?
You're right! Wait a second. I feel like we're forgetting something important.
Allow me to borrow the bath, Sarah.
Oh, no. We completely forgot to let Iris know about the sweets.
I'm so sorry. Things just sort of flowed into having an impromptu tea party.
I want to eat all the sweets, too. Don't worry. There are still some cookies left.
Ha! Nice try. You can't fool me, Kate. You're hiding something. I can see it right there. Unclose those cookies.
I was saving those to give to you later on.
Then I'll do this. So good. So delicious. Yum.
Come on, have some tea. Thank you. Okay, now you're drinking too much.
Let's have that big apple you were given before, too.
Yeah, we should eat it.
I've got to think on how to run my shop so that we and everyone from the village can spend every day with smiles on our faces. It's not just about the big and small things I can make. I'd like to come up with something people can use in their everyday lives, one that will improve it.
So tasty!
Truthfully, we can't get by with just goods aimed at gatherers. I need to have more products aimed at the villagers, too, if I want to stay open for business.
That's amazing!
Do you have any ideas, Lorea?
You mean items for the villagers? Well, this thing looks like it'd be great for them.
A water pump, huh? But it uses quite a bit of magical power. How many of the houses even have wells here?
Even including shared wells, I can only think of maybe 10.
That's not very many, but I guess they'd still be of use to everyone who lives here. Still, I'd prefer something a bit simpler.
Something simpler. Ah! It's already full!
Huh?
I got all distracted by the water pump. The number of bugs is only going to keep growing this season, so we need to be careful.
I think I got it!
Huh? Spite worms? What are you going to use those for?
For now, I was thinking I'd make insect repellent veils. I feel like those would sew well with all the farmers.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's totally practical. Anyone could use one.
Sarasa, check out what we got. Today we brought back some tasty plast mushrooms. I hear what you're saying, and you're totally right. It certainly would be hard to sell goods meant for gatherers to the villagers.
That's the issue, huh?
Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and actively try to gather up some spite worms then.
Oh, you're the best!
Hey, Iris, are you even listening? Please, swallow first. You can do it. Leave it to us, Sarasa. Lorea, your cooking has certainly been getting better and better.
That's because I've gotten used to the magic oven and stove. And thanks to the cookbook from Sarasa, it has a lot of great recipes.
It's really just about how skilled you are when it comes to cooking.
Oh, stop it.
Now, if we could just get a refrigerator and freezer.
Huh? A refrigerator?
If you could preserve your ingredients, it would make it easier to cook, right?
Yeah, I suppose so, but it's so high class.
I guess I could construct the expensive cooling unit myself. But it would be a hassle to use a magical crystal for the cooling core. Although, if I can use ice attribute ingredients, it shouldn't be so tough. If we ask for Geberg's help, we'll be able to handle the frames too.
I'm sure he'd be up for it.
Okay, so are those ice attribute ingredients something that you could get a hold of pretty soon?
Yes. For this area, it would be the fangs of the Frostfang bat.
What, Frostfang bats? Have you ever heard of those?
No, never heard of anything like that.
Now that I think of it, I haven't had any gatherers bring any in either. They look like this.
Frostfang bats. I feel like I've heard of those somewhere.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, what Mr. Drake was telling us.
Ah, right, those things living out in the northern caves.
Has to be.
In that case, we've never hunted Frostfang bats before.
That's surprising to me. Frostfang bats are really easy to hunt and easy to get ingredients from.
From what we've been hearing in our network, when somebody brought those things down to South Strahd, they were told they were unusable and couldn't sell them for much. It wasn't worth the hunt, is what we were told.
That doesn't make any sense. Even unprocessed, they shouldn't really deteriorate. That's what makes them desirable.
What the? No way. Telling me they were lied to?
Oh, South Strahd, huh? I ran into a swindler whenever I visited there.
At any rate, thanks to that, folks decided there wasn't any profit in hunting the bats and therefore just stopped.
I'm sorry that happened to you guys.
Sarasa? Exactly what sort of creatures are these Frostfang bats anyway?
I'd like to hear more about them too. Yeah.
To put it simply, their most notable and remarkable feature are the fangs that give them their name. themselves up in caves and make it through winter.
So they're good targets because they're not very dangerous.
I'd be happy to give everyone a complete rundown.
Oh? You do that, Sarasa?
We want to get their fangs, don't we? Could I ask you to watch the shop for a while, Aurea?
Yes, of course.
Andre, could you lead us out to the northern caves where the bats are? We can split the fangs between us, 50-50.
That'd benefit us too, so I certainly won't complain about you coming along. But wouldn't it be a bit dangerous for you to put yourself in the... What am I saying? You're gonna be just fine. Sorry, I forgot. You're one tough cookie.
Huh? Do I really look so fragile that I couldn't defend myself in a fight?
So these are the northern caves.
We haven't even stepped inside and it's plenty chilly already.
Yep, they're definitely here.
The issue is whether or not we can hunt them down.
Don't you worry, Kate. Once you hunt enough of them, the Frostfang bats will prioritize getting away. But if you try to corner them and wipe them out all at once, the whole swarm of them will start coming after you. In fact, lots of people have made that mistake and been frozen to death. But I don't think we have to worry about that today. Maybe I shouldn't have brought that up.
Stinky.
Sure is. What's with the stench?
Frostfang bats generally hang down from the cave ceiling, so of course all sorts of stuff is bound to fall down. No biggie, really.
Like what?
Let's just say all sorts of stuff.
Wait, are you saying...
Yes.
Sarasa, we didn't bring poop umbrellas.
Don't you worry. I'll keep us all safe with my air wall magic. It'll repel any unsavory elements.
Wait, are you seriously okay with this stench? It's disgusting.
Well, a lot of ingredients with powerful scents are used in alchemy. Here, I'll use a potion to help reduce the bad smells.
The stench isn't entirely gone, but this is better than what it was before. This is so much better.
It's a potion that's meant to reduce the more pungent odors. But it would be dangerous to block it out completely. Walk carefully. The ground is frozen solid around here.
Better that than covered in droppings.
Look up on the ceiling.
There we go.
Air wall!
So, how should we get started?
The value of Frostfang bat fangs changes. It all really comes down to their ability to freeze. Ultimately, ones under the age of 5 aren't worth much.
How can you tell how old they are?
Well, there's a few methods to figure it out. For starters, normally in a cave like this, the further you go in, the older and larger they become.
In other words, we want to hunt them as deep as we possibly can.
Correct. And after you actually catch one, there are ways of telling them apart. To start, you have their fangs. The deeper blue, the older they are.
Oh wow, what a beautiful icy blue color.
Still on the light side, though. After the age of 10, they become an even deeper shade of blue. To tell even more precisely, you can look here at the root.
There seem to be lines on them. The number of those must tell how old they are.
That's right. There are 5 on here, so this one's 6 years old.
Interesting.
Then there's the freezing ability. If it's so cold that you can't hold it very long with your bare hand, then it should be plenty valuable.
Oh, how neat. Well, then let's go ahead and confirm. What's the matter? Am I doing something wrong?
Well, you see, if you happen to cut your finger on one of these things, it would completely freeze over in seconds.
I'm sorry, but I just can't stop!
Watch out!
certainly big enough. We could go further in, but let's get to work right here. Airwall!
Watch your step, man. This place is full of crap, too.
Alright, Kate, the two of us are up first. We don't want them to start flying all over the place, so try to take them out in one shot.
Yeah, that's not so simple.
If the Frostfang bats do get spooked and start taking off, we'll use swords and spears.
Understood.
Leave it to us.
Well then, let's get started!
Yes! Good job, Kate! I missed one!
No worries, take a step back, Kate! Everyone!
Right!
Airwall, tighten! Perfect! Keep it up!
I can't believe we got so many.
Let's go ahead and harvest the fangs here by the cave.
Do we just break them off with our hands then?
Yes, they come off pretty easily if you give it a good pull at the base. Make sure you're wearing hand protection before you start, assuming you don't want to lose a finger.
I'll go with the gloves.
Hey, you can do that pretty fast.
Wait, aren't you afraid of cutting yourself with such thin gloves?
These are special artifacts known as flexible gloves. They're sturdy enough that sharp edges won't cut through them easily.
Oh, I like that. You mind if I give those things a try?
Please do.
Oh, wow. These are amazing.
On the downside, though, it requires a touch of magical power to wear them.
Yeah, maybe so, but I can't even feel the point. The gloves are so thin but can still protect against such sharp fangs. How much do they cost?
3,800 Rhea.
Well, at that price, it's certainly worth considering, at least for the sense of security.
If you buy in bulk, I can also give you a nice discount.
All right, I'll talk to the other gatherers that I know.
Thanks, that would be helpful. Well then, let's split up everything here equally.
And you're sure you really don't mind?
Huh?
Splitting things equally with us, I mean.
No matter how you look at it, you definitely played the biggest role here today.
I said I'd split it up. Needed you to show the way.
Still, I feel kind of bad.
For you two, we'll have to discuss the details of your payment later. No pressure or anything. There's no need to rush, okay?
Thanks, Sarasa. That's a big help. We appreciate it.
Ah, please. After all, if you two die, then you won't be able to pay back the money you owe me.
That's true.
Now then, let's split this all up and hurry on back.
Yeah!
All finished. Okay, that should be more than enough for today. It ended up taking me all the way till morning.
Sarasa?
Yeah?
Morning, how are you? Hey, did you stay up all night again?
Yeah, to finish all the new products.
Oh, these are cute.
I figured that the villagers could make use of these hats as well. Go ahead and try one of them on.
Huh? Really? You mean it?
Of course.
Oh, wow. It's nice and cool.
It's called a cooling hat. Since it cools off your head and upper body, I thought maybe it'd be good for working outside.
Well, I love it. I take it you use the Frostfangs to make these?
Yeah. I figured since we went through the trouble of acquiring them, I should make something besides the cooling core.
This is simply perfect. What are those?
Those are flexible gloves. Andre seemed to like them, and he was going to place an order, so I went ahead and made a bunch in advance.
It's very impressive, but please make sure you get proper sleep tonight.
Right.
Hello there, Lorea.
Huh? It's good to see you.
Same. Here's the order for the gloves. There's quite a few.
Huh? You handled that already? Without seeing the final product?
Well, yeah, that's because everyone trusts you, Sarasa.
I'm certainly glad to hear it. Alchemists can't keep things going if they lose the trust of the gatherers. They're our very best customers.
You are a really proficient saleswoman, Sarasa. And you've got perfect timing when it comes to anticipating needs and showing off your latest wares.
I should hurry and get them all made.
I almost forgot. I brought these, too.
Oh, thank you. Nasty spy worms.
There should be around 30 or so in there.
Very nice, and they look to be in good shape. Thank you so much, Andre.
You're so brave, Lorea.
I closed up shop for the day, Sarasa. Huh? What's going on here?
Hey there, Lorea. You have to dry flexible gloves. It's the best way to finish them off.
I see.
Wonderful work again today. How did things go with the shop?
Right. The insect repellent veils are really selling well. And not surprisingly, the new cooling hats have been getting a great reaction too.
It really was a good idea to make those samples, wasn't it?
I get the feeling that they'll be the best sellers.
All right. In that case, maybe it's about time for the next step.
Huh?
Yeah. It's not just the shop we're working on.
Huh? Good work!
I must say, that's a deeply unsettling sight. Nice. It's a perfect fit.
Thanks. Great work as always.
How cool! This is my first time seeing a refrigerator.
I hardly ever get the chance to make them.
What's with all the hands? Running a business certainly sounds difficult, Sarasa. So what's the next thing we should take care of?
Actually, I wanted to discuss something today. Things seem to have been settling down with the shop a good bit. And well, since I graduated an alchemist and have gotten things going here in this fantastic village, I now want to do more. I want to help everybody in the village live even better lives. Could you guys help me think of more ways to do that?
Everybody? That sounds like a splendid idea, Sarasa.
It really does.
No, that's just something I just heard once.
Well, it's still a good idea.
Well, to make it happen, I'd like to increase the amount of money circulating throughout the village.
Yeah, well, okay. But we've never really needed a currency in order to live here in Yoke Village.
Yeah, and we only ever end up spending any money at the general store. Aside from gatherers, most folks here seem to rely on bartering for goods instead.
I know, I noticed.
It was a fine idea, but now we're trying to solve village economics. Well, that's not so easy to figure out.
We need to get creative. So we'll do this. I have some expensive cookies, and every good idea gets one.
I believe the greatest issue in front of us right now is that there isn't enough work in the village that pays very much. Yeah, that's why they created a lifestyle where you don't need money. Yoke Village has never even had a currency to begin with. So in order to increase the amount of money circulating, one would need to locate someone outside the village to do business with.
That's true, Kate. I think you might just need a treat.
Cookie time! But the only people bringing in money from the outside are Sarasa and the Gatherers, right? So, then what about if you employ the rest of the villagers to do some of the other jobs?
I could maybe be a source of work. Great idea!
Cookie for me!
The idea started flowing once the sweets came out, but there aren't many people you can hire for work around here. Just Gaburk and Jizdo. That's about it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Hooray! I got one!
Come on! That question was so not worth another cookie.
Yeah, but Maria's just so cute!
What about gathering up some herbs?
I would need to ask someone who specializes in medicinal herbs.
Could you maybe ask an amateur to help with the hats then? Because, from what I understand, you've made all the hat portions of the cooling hats yourself. Someone else could do that.
Oh, I see! Before I attach the cooling function, they're just ordinary hats. That doesn't need alchemy, so I could hire someone. But once I sell the cooling hats to everyone here, I'll eventually hit market saturation.
Then why not look at external sales then?
Keep talking.
That's right! We can just sell your stuff in other towns. And we always can ask my father to help sell them for you.
That could work!
In that case, you'll need some super fancy designs for selling in town.
I'll make some references and illustrations, and we can choose.
I'll help you out with it too.
This'll work! Absolutely sure of it.
You've given me so many great ideas! Go ahead and eat as many as you want!
So you're saying that you want to have the villagers help make some of your products?
Yes, I would commission them. To start, the villagers could make the hats on their own and set prices for them. Then I would add the cooling functions, at an additional fee, of course, and then sell them at the shop. Everyone involved makes a little cash.
But then, if the hats don't end up selling well, then I take it nobody would get paid for their labor. Will this be losses for my villagers?
No, that's not the case at all, Father. Sarasa is thinking about the well-being of the entire village with this proposal.
How so, my dear?
She will be the one shouldering the majority of the cost of making the cooling hats. And if they don't end up selling well, she'll suffer more serious losses than just the cost of making simple hats. She's come here today saying that she's willing to take that risk. Understand?
I do. And if my daughter trusts her, fine by me. So, Sarasa, if it's for the sake of the village, go for it.
Of course.
Sarasa! Look at this! I was listening to some gatherers, so I made a helm hat.
You made that yourself, Lurea?
Well, my great-grandma did. She hasn't made any
help you.
Could I get a cooling hat, please?
Yes, definitely. We'll take your measurements. There.
Excuse me, but I'd like to return these.
Great, I'll handle that now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Business sure seems to be booming.
The number of gatherers around had dropped off for a while, but now they seem to be back on the rise again.
Fortunately, there's the cooling hats, which are proving to be quite popular, and then the nice added sale of the Frostbang Fat and Hellflame Grizzly ingredients to the Alchemist in South Strahd. And we've also had other requests to buy ingredients too.
Oh, you're a bona fide business tycoon.
Ceres's desire to bring prosperity to the entire village is really coming together. You can see the difference.
Guess you could say that we're on our way.
Then we've got to plan a few more trips to gather some good ingredients to bring back to you.
I would appreciate you hurrying up and getting out of here rather than dawdling around forever to see who can grow the most moss in between her stupid ears.
It's just so cool and comfortable here that we end up staying.
Ceresa! We've got a lead on a way to find a super valuable ingredient.
Yeah, apparently there are huge batches of Marson clams hiding just outside of York Village.
Marson clams are valuable?
We ran into a gatherer that we know, and according to them, they collected a whole lot of Marson clams. They're in the lake by the forest to the southeast of the village.
Supposedly you can get a pretty valuable ingredient out of their shells. And if we gather a whole lot of them, we may even be able to settle our debt all in one go. Well, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I imagine we'll be able to pay a good chunk of it.
And if things go well, they might even become like a local specialty for the village. You don't seem like you're especially interested.
The only part that can be used as an alchemic ingredient is the gonads from the females. It's difficult for amateurs to tell the males and females apart just by looking at them, which makes it way too inefficient to gather. To be perfectly blunt, I cannot recommend doing it!
Oh, okay. I really thought we had something here.
You don't have to get so down about it.
Actually, I'm sort of interested in Marson clams as well.
Huh?
There's a recipe using them in the book your master gave us. Check this out. It looks like it'll be super delicious. Honestly, Ceresa, I've been wanting to make this recipe for quite some time now. We can't do that without the clams, can we?
Alright, let's go get some!
Woohoo! Yeah!
But our incredibly enthusiastic proposal was immediately shot down.
Next time we should just have Larea ask.
Well, I want to eat Lorea's delicious home cooking, of course. At any rate, ladies, let's all head out to the lake in the forest to get some Marson clams. Yeah!
Is it all right closing up shop?
Of course. I put up a notice of the temporary closure so people would know. And I entrusted Mr. Darna's general store with potions that may be needed in case of an emergency.
Okay. In that case, there's no need to worry about any gatherers getting injured.
All right, let's go hunt clams.
That's quite the big box you have, Lorea. You want me to carry it for you? You can always put it in my backpack.
Thank you for the kind offer, but I think, I'm gonna carry it myself.
Oh, if that's what you want, fine by me. Let me know if you get tired. I can take it for you whenever.
Thanks!
I really want this trip to be a nice, refreshing day for Lorea, Kate, and Iris. They're always working so hard, helping out with the shop, and just making it the best it can possibly be.
Lorea, the people of Yoke Village have a beautiful lake. Why don't they ever come out and enjoy what it has to offer?
Well, if I had to make a guess, I would say the main reason would be that most of them can't swim, and that you can't catch all that many fish there anyway. Also, a lot of monsters live out here. Wow, splendidly done.
Be careful. If we treat this trip like a picnic, we could end up dead in a flash.
Right, okay.
Is that the lake?
No, shouldn't be yet.
So pretty!
Look at this place. It's beautiful.
Huh? What is that? Oh, wow, this one's really adorable.
Listen to you. You act like you've never seen a flower before.
Are you alright, Iris? Please tell me you're okay.
Gotta keep your eyes peeled. Am I right?
Lorea certainly does have some interesting tastes, huh?
Those potions I brought along just in case sure did come in handy.
Sorry. My apologies.
Everyone, up ahead! It's coming into view!
You ready? Get it! Mars and Clam gathering time!
Iris! Kid! Don't you think it's about time for lunch? Look, I brought something along for everyone.
It looks so delicious!
I brought tea with me too. Please dig in and help yourselves.
Let's eat and leave nothing left. So good. So tasty.
This is the lunch that Larea took such care to bring along. She made so much. It must have taken her a long time. Plus, she carried it all the way here, too.
I'm so happy. Everybody seems to be enjoying it. It's the cutest.
Who are you, little fella? Would you like to join us?
I take it you want to try some of Larea's tasty lunch as well. Here you go, have some. Enjoy.
Is that thing asking you for seconds?
It seems to have taken a liking to you, Sarasa.
That was so good. Now that my belly is nice and full, perhaps it's time for a midday nap.
I know that's not what you meant to say. Now get up, or next time I'll pitchfork your face.
I was just joking, really. No need for violence. All right, let's go gather some Mars and clams. Hold on. You're diving for clams dressed like that? Oh, I forgot. Let's go gather some Mars and clams so we can eat more yummies.
Good luck hunting for Mars and clams down there.
Look how many we got. Looks like we can get a ton of them, just like we heard.
That's incredible.
David, you're everything, you two!
BRB!
Hey, I have a question.
What is it, Larea?
I heard from the gatherers that you can get jewels from Mars and clams. So what sort of jewels are they?
It'd be more accurate to say you can make them, though Mars and clams aren't enough on their own.
Huh?
Well, it's just that you need other ingredients and proper training to make a jewel. And those ingredients are all a bit expensive, too.
Oh, still, that's pretty amazing. I never knew it was possible to actually create jewelry using alchemy.
I suppose rather than jewelry, you generally think of such ingredients for making artifacts. For example, take this artifact pendant. The bright pink jewel in it was made using alchemy. Trick is, it's a lot more expensive than what you can make with Mars and clams.
I have a lot to learn about alchemy, don't I?
Hey! Give me those back! They're mine! Victory goes to the Swift!
Those two seem to be having fun.
They are. Must be so much fun to be able to swim. I never learned how.
Do you want to try swimming? I don't mind helping you learn.
Yeah! This is my first time ever wearing a swimsuit.
I thought maybe you'd like to swim too, so I brought it along just in case. Let's get out there and give it a go.
Right.
Nice and slow, bit by bit.
It's so chilly.
Yeah, it sure is. You'll get used to it, though. You're gonna be great. Just take it slowly. For now, let's make learning to flutter kick your goal for today.
Right.
1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, you've just gotta move those legs.
Please, don't let go of me no matter what.
Don't you worry, Larea. Just look down at the bottom of the lake and stretch out your legs. And don't bend your knees.
Right, okay.
Larea, I think maybe you should give this a try.
I'm floating! My whole body's floating! What is this anyway?
Oh, that? I made it using the scraps from the ingredients from the magic stoves.
Seriously? You made it with those?
I figured it could serve as a rescue tool at some point if Iris and Kate were to run into some trouble in the water.
You're always so perfectly prepared. It's so inspiring. Thanks to this, I'll be able to concentrate more on moving my legs.
Wait, try kicking with the tops of your feet. Get in a 1-2 rhythm.
Right. Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the way you're
get the hang of it really soon.
Lorraya's amazing. She's always trying to get better.
Ah! What's wrong, Loraya? I'm so sorry, Sarasa. I wasted all these ingredients.
Don't worry about that. You didn't burn yourself, did you?
No, I'm fine. It's not an issue, thankfully. But I don't understand where I messed this up. I was following the book and everything when I made them.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. This whole mess is all my fault, I'm afraid.
Huh?
I didn't warn you about the differences in a magic oven. The settings and temperature scale are pretty different than a conventional one. So listen, if you set this over to about 1/4 of the strength listed in the book, it should work out much better.
Do you mind if I try remaking them?
Of course not. Try as many times as you want.
Thank you, Sarasa. I'll keep trying till they come out perfect. Undercooked. They're all over the place. It turned into something else entirely.
Even so, Loraya kept on trying her best.
Sarasa! I finally did it. They're delicious. You really mean it?
Yeah, they're really good. They may be even better than the cookies made in the capital.
Oh, thank goodness.
Though she seems all soft and timid. Once she sets her mind on something, Loraya keeps on trying till the very end. I must say, I really love that about her.
Sarasa! If you would, stay right where you are.
Huh?
I'm gonna swim over to you, okay?
Loraya! That's amazing. Let's go, Loraya! That's the way, Loraya! Just a little farther! Truly, you're totally amazing!
It was just a bit, but I really swam! Swam for the first time ever!
Once you get the breathing and arm movements down, you'll be able to swim like a champ. You're really great, such a quick learner.
Oh, whatever. It's all because you're such an amazing teacher, Sarasa.
Hey, Loraya, let's come here to practice again sometime.
Yeah! I'll be counting on you, Teach. Show me everything.
We got quite a haul, didn't we? Check them out. This should be more than enough.
Hey, Iris!
Huh?
It's getting kind of dark, so don't you two think it's about time to get out of the water?
Yeah, we were just finishing up here and about to move on. We'll pick up the pace and work our way over.
Huh? Watch out, you two! Run behind you!
What the heck is that giant slithery thing anyway?
Sarasa? What the heck's that thing?
I believe that thing is a Ligarex.
A what?
It's my first time seeing one, too.
Hey! Sarasa!
Glad you're all right.
I cannot believe how huge it is. Don't worry. Just leave everything to me! After we worked so hard, too! No! We're not a one, slugface! Meanie, take that and this, and maybe a little of this stuff, too! What is this stuff? This body is so slimy that swords won't work on it! We have to come up with something else!
I'm sorry if I worried everybody.
Sarasa?
What was the magic you used?
Normally, this pendant keeps things in check. I have a bit more magical power than most do, and it has a tendency to run wild.
Well, it was awesome.
I'm just glad that none of you got hurt too bad.
It was a bit of a surprise, but as a result, you once again saved our lives. Sure is nice to have you around. Thank you for saving us.
And just look at all this!
Oh?
See? Over there!
Check out all the Martian clams! The tornado. It must have pulled all the clams up from the bottom. As many as we can carry.
Everyone! Why don't we go ahead and try them fresh since we have the opportunity? Good idea!
You're good. No, you're good. Yes, yes, yes.
Wow! The royal fly monster is tasty!
Oh, this Martian clam chowder is simply fantastic.
You really mean it?
Mm-hmm. I can feel it warming me up with every bite.
Seconds, please. And I want some more, too.
I'm on it. La 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 la.
What a beautiful melody.
What song is it?
It's a song passed down in Yoke Village. It just popped into my head for some reason. La 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 la. La 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 la.
I had intended for today to help Lurea and everyone relax, but in the end, I was perhaps the one who was soothed the most.
Now we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man." But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans we've made. But you can do the job when you're in town until the other job when you're in town. Oh, in the cool, crisp air we glide, hand in hand by the fireside. The world is aglow with peaceful delight as we dance in the snow, our hearts so light, walking in a winter wonderland where love's the magic. The snow.
We're back! It feels so good to be back home, huh? Not that this is my house or anything presumptuous like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Well, regardless, we always feel a lot more relieved when we make it back safe from one of our adventures.
All sorts of stuff happened on our trip, but
it was so much fun!
Sarasa, you gonna be able to fix it?
It'll probably take a bit of effort to get it back to how it used to be. The chain was torn into pieces after all. There aren't any issues with the pendant itself, though.
Do you think you could ask Jizdo to handle it?
Yes, the blacksmith could totally take care of it.
The issue is the materials. If they aren't properly processed, all sorts of problems could arise.
And I suppose you can't make any substitutions, which would mean you can't get a hold of something like that anywhere outside of the capital city.
I guess I'll just have to ask my master then.
Master?
I'll send a letter through the transfer circle.
In that case, let's send along a souvenir, too.
Huh? Do you mean some slices of Ligarex meat?
Even if we hand them out to all the townsfolk, we'll still have some left. Yeah, and we found out that it was super delicious broiled, too.
I'm sure she'll be grateful for it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay now, so what should I write?
Can't you just write it out like you do for your normal orders?
Because this was actually a present given to me from my master,
I've got to explain properly how the chain broke, so as not to offend. I know that pendant is really important to you. It is. Without this pendant, I never would have been able to even take my very first step as an alchemist. This is a pretty serious question.
Welcome! My, what an adorable customer!
They're so beautiful! So, about the flyer out front.
Are you a student looking for part-time work?
Oh, yes! My last short-term job just ended, and I need to keep on working for my daily necessities and everything, so...
It's tough being a student, isn't it?
Then, for the question written outside on the flyer, we learned 3 points to make note of when extracting Renatalis in school, but there are 2 more written in the first volume of Reckendorf's Pharmaceutical Basics Practice-Based Theoretical Studies. One is that for the heating process done in advance, it should be kept at a temperature where you can still touch it by hand. If you boil it like normal, crucial components will dissolve into the water and you'll extract less in the end. The other important one is to make use of when extracting...
Yes. You certainly seem to have studied quite well. Now then, my dear, take a look at this problem.
Huh? Sure. I see. So that's how it is. The problem out front was just the preliminary test, of course, while this is the real deal. That's it, right? Finished!
My. You got all the answers right. I'm the shop manager, Ophelia, while this here is my clerk, Maria. Come on, follow me. You're hired.
You really mean it?
What's wrong? Are you not pleased?
No, of course not. I am Sarah Sophie, 10 years old. I'm pleased to work under you.
Have yourself a seat.
Right, okay.
So, what alchemy experience have you had so far?
None so far, but I've trained properly in school and listened to my teachers in class, and I'll keep on giving my all to my studies, so I'm sure I'll be of use.
That's enough of that. It's actually way more convenient on my end if you're less experienced.
Convenient?
That's right. But before chatting away about everything, let's try you out. That will help me understand what you've got. Do you know how to create a magical crystal?
Theoretically, but I've never done it before.
Of course. I'm sure you wouldn't be here if you had. Huh? Grab that cauldron, please. Now, try pouring your magical power into it.
Right. I haven't had anything but lectures at school. This will be my first hands-on training as an alchemist. Careful.
Ice was certainly the correct choice, but a little more than expected.
If she hadn't been quick and covered me with that blue blanket, would I have been frozen over like an icicle too?
When you are unable to handle your magical power properly, alchemy can be rather dangerous. And you, my friend, seem to have a massive amount of it within you. Anyway, it's good for you to have experienced this.
Wait, hold on a second, are you alright? And your room is wrecked.
Oh, that's no issue. That better?
Wow, that's amazing. But still, why did that end up happening?
I told you. You messed up handling your magical power.
I messed up?
Don't let it get you down. I would consider it to be a good thing.
My strong point?
You have a greater amount of magical power than most people do. I could tell at first glance. Considering you're just 10 years old, that's quite astounding, really. But it does make things more precarious. For example, a child could pour wine from a bottle into an empty glass without it spilling at all, while an adult using a cask might spill it all over the place. A huge mess, wine everywhere. Of course, with wine, it would just cause a few stains. But with magic, and the powers it possesses, lives can be at risk.
My quantity of magical power, is that dangerous?
I handled it this time around for you, but if you do it in front of your teachers...
If I do it at school?
You'll have your magical powers sealed away and expelled without fail.
That can't happen! I finally made it into alchemy school! I don't have any family at all. I was raised in an orphanage. So it's important that I graduate properly and then get my own shop. Then I've got to pay back the people who took care of me. You see, I must become an alchemist no matter what!
Got it. Hold on for a bit.
What? Hey,
It's going to be just a bit longer. But even so, it's not like Ophelia is just going to leave you waiting forever.
Take this.
What is it?
An artifact to restrict your magical power output. It should make your power easier to manipulate.
Huh? You made this for me?
Yeah, go ahead and take it.
But I couldn't. It looks way too expensive.
However, you're to work here at this shop until you graduate from the academy.
Huh?
That's my condition. Don't worry. It's not like I'm going to force you to work here for free. You will get paid.
Thank you so very much. I was hired for a part-time job, and I was given this pendant too. And she even said I could work here until I graduate. It all works out in my favor.
Your training could prove intense, but well, you just do your best.
Huh? Training?
Of course, dear. That's what it means to work in an alchemist shop. You'll receive a salary and get to focus on your studies while also learning some practical things as well. That's why our advertisement asked for new students to start from scratch.
I'll work hard with all my heart, and I look forward to working for you. Owner? No, master? Or teach? Professor? No, it's gotta be
Here's
master.
to working together,
Definitely
Sarasa.
master. Indeed.
That pendant kind of represents your unbreakable bond with your master.
Is that a bit too much for just two people?
Well, it's better to have too much than not enough.
I wouldn't get sick of Royal Ligerex even if I ate it every day. I swear I could finish off this whole bag. My apologies, it's so slippery. It squirted right out of my hands.
Even though we did the basic preparations, just goes to show you, Ligerexes sure are slippery.
Well then, it's time. Please step back, everyone. There's no telling what might happen if you get mixed up in the transfer.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
There's a safety function, so I think that everything should be relatively fine. But even so, there are no documented cases of live creatures being transferred through. So even I have no clue what may occur in such a case.
Understood. I suppose there's no harm in backing up a little.
Well then, here it goes. Watch out!
You okay, Iris?
This is not good. The pendant got sent as well. I'll need my master to send it back to me.
I'm truly, deeply, so very, very sorry.
Don't worry about it, Iris. I'll let her know right away.
Oh, look, is it something from Sarasa? Oh no, something about this seems off.
What's going on? A pendant. My deepest apologies, Sarasa. I swear I'm such a klutz sometimes. I'm the worst and always messing things up. I'm sorry, so terribly sorry.
Oh, please don't grovel on your knees, Iris. I'm the one at fault here. After all, I was the one who wasn't cautious enough when activating the transfer.
Well, no, but...
Is it broken?
It seems so. After that strange reaction, it doesn't respond at all, no matter how much magic I add to it.
Is it because the pendant was sent through as well?
No, I don't think that's it. It's quite common for one to transfer artifacts after all. There may have been some other strange cause. In all likelihood, though, the pendant safely made it to my master. But even if she senses something is off and then sends it back to me, it still takes just about a month to arrive.
So in the meantime, what will you do about running the shop?
I intend to keep going, of course. That artifact just restricts my output of magical power. And it isn't as if I can't completely use alchemy at all.
Yeah, but...
As long as I'm careful, it should be fine. After all, I've grown considerable since Master gave me that pendant when I was just a child.
I'm sorry.
Come on, stand back up. I'll work on repairing the transfer circle in my spare moments. And it may even just fix itself once some time has passed. Come on now, let's open. We've got to keep on giving our all. I never knew it was this difficult to regulate my magical power all on my own. I really am still so inexperienced.
Yeah, go ahead and take it.
Master.
It doesn't look like I'll be able to repair it just by working on it from our end. I'll have to go out to Ceres's place to sync things back up.
What do you think could have caused this?
I don't know yet, but it doesn't seem to be a technical issue. There may have been some sort of anomaly that occurred during the activation of the alchemy. What an utter hassle.
I take it you'll be preparing your things for a road trip?
Huh?
You are going, aren't you? To your adorable apprentice?
Now, which one of us finds her adorable? Besides, it was you who said to take on an apprentice in the first place. I had.
You had no intention of taking one on.
That's right. I really didn't. Until that day when I first met Ceresa. I was surprised by her downright abnormal amount of magical power. But that was it, really. If it weren't for what you said, I would never have hit upon the idea of taking her on. However, there was a lot that I realized once I actually did take her as my apprentice. Because of her, Ceresa reminded me of that fresh excitement I once had towards alchemy. Allow me to revise what I said before. If it weren't for your advice, I would have never experienced this fulfillment. So, thank you.
Such an exaggeration. That advice just came down to a little something I call intuition.
Your intuition is the same as a divine revelation.
That's an exaggeration, too.
Maybe it really was some sort of blessing with Ceres's arrival. Maybe that's exactly what brought her here to this shop. If she hadn't come here, her magic could have run out of control, and then she would be expelled from school, and her promising path to becoming a bona fide alchemist permanently cut off.
I'm sure it was fate then, no doubt. Now here, give my regards to our little cutie, and don't be too tough on her.
You certainly are prepared. Well then, I'm heading out.
She's still there. She spent the whole day in her workshop again.
I know. It's been 3 days now.
Oh boy, guess her training isn't going all that well.
What will I do? If things stay like this forever, do I not have any choice but to go get the pendant from my master? But is it really there? I have no way of checking right now. And if it got sent somewhere strange during the transfer and is lost forever... Huh? I'm sorry for leaving the shop for so long.
No, that hasn't been an issue at all.
Ceresa.
I'm going to get a little fresh air. All right?
Hey!
Master, you're here.
Here, I got it all fixed up.
It's fixed, Master. I'm sorry, I meant to...
What's wrong? Are you saying you don't want it after I brought it all this way?
No, I definitely want it!
Thank you.
Now then, next up is the circle. Please, if you were feeling that uneasy about it, you should have just come visit and asked me to fix it.
But Master, I couldn't do that. I'm running my own shop now. I didn't want to go relying on you to fix everything. I want to become a fine alchemist in my own right as soon as I can.
I see. So your parents were killed by bandits.
My mother and father had built up and owned a really wonderful shop. The people working there and the customers all had big, bright smiles. I want to one day have a shop like that too. I'll hurry up and become a fine alchemist and become successful like my parents.
You do still want to become an alchemist like your parents, right? Well, I can relate to some of your aspirations. I was about your age when I first got my own alchemist shop to run and manage.
Huh? You too, Master?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Now then, let's make some final adjustments.
You got it! Are you leaving here already, Master? At least stay the night and get some sleep.
I don't serve a purpose here with the transfer circle fixed. Plus, it's not like I can exactly leave my own shop alone forever, you know?
Huh? Sarsa, you're done!
Huh?
Are you alright? Don't worry, everything really is fine!
Sarsa, this is a nice place you have here. I'm off then.
Please take care!
I hope you enjoy the broiled Leaguerex meat, even if it's too slippery.
You can come back anytime!
Master, I promise, I'll make this into an even better shop. Though I'm sure I'll still rely on you a whole lot more. Even so, I'll definitely see it through.
Give it all you've got.
Then, here goes.
Great job! That was impressive control over your magic power.
So, what are we going to do with this pulverized ice?
Oh, you'll see.
They're all so pretty.
What is it? It's called shaved ice. Give it a try. Huh? Nice and cold and fun.
Deliciously
I
sweet.
can feel it throughout my exhausted body.
Shaved ice is really good when you eat it down all at once.
What? Really?
But that feels like such a waste. Oh, I made plenty. Then let's go for it.
What's happening to me?
Yes, that's right. And do you know why it hurts like that? That was so wrong, Sarasa.
I thought it would be kind of fun to have you experience that at least once.
Well, hello.
Oh, hey there, Andre.
I just have some ingredients to sell you.
Great.
And I need potions.
Right. I'll get on it right away.
Could I have a moment?
Huh? What is it you wanted to discuss?
Well, it's about this merchant who's been staying near the village.
A merchant?
Uh-huh. From what I can tell, he recently rented out a house in the area.
That's the one. Well, it seems this fella has been gathering up Frostfang bat fangs left and right. He's also been buying them for 10% more than you do.
What? That explains why we haven't had many people selling them to us. And our stock has been dwindling down.
Honestly, aside from your regulars, everyone's been selling to him.
Surely we can't let this stand.
Well, it's natural for one to want to sell to the highest bidder.
You're taking this too lightly.
Still, normally you would have the proper manners to at least discuss the matter with us first. And I certainly don't want to see our Cooling Hats enterprise financially ruined.
I have one more thing to mention.
Uh-huh.
It's about when I went over there to go take a look. There was a group of men hanging out with him. Their faces were hidden, but they were bandits.
Bandits?
There are bandits here in the village?
No, I followed them for a while, and they kept on moving down the road.
This certainly is a concern.
So is that merchant a part of the bandit crew?
If he was part of it, he wouldn't use such a roundabout method. This is a proper sales tactic.
Well, it feels shady to me. Yeah, but you were already buying the Frostfangs for a high price to begin with, right? I mean, can we really turn a profit going up even higher?
It would be difficult to pull that off. Traveling to the capital's one thing, but when you account for transport costs, it would put you in the red.
Then why do it?
I'm not sure what his objective is.
Okay. Well, what if, for instance, the merchant needs to gather Frostfangs by whatever means possible? Like if he signed a contract in advance to prepare a certain amount, but then he wasn't able to do so. So you're saying that buying for such a high price would be cheaper than the penalty for breach of contract? That's right, or he could be manipulating the market price. He could have predicted the price would go up for summer and bought up a lot, but thanks to the supplies from this village, that didn't happen. Now he's grown desperate.
So buying them himself cuts off the supply.
Correct.
But I wouldn't think the fangs will actually sell for all that much on the market.
Okay, well, all the extra fangs we haven't used in the cooling hats are in storage.
At any rate, neither of those explanations cover why there are bandits around the village.
In that case, what about some sort of grudge?
I don't remember causing anyone any grudges.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody could possibly hate our Sarasa.
It's not fair, but it happens. You can end up with somebody against you, even if you don't do anything to cause it. It's true, if you have a business rival, they're automatically your enemy. Like even Lorea's father could end up being hated as well.
Huh? Someone hates my dad?
No, that was just an example.
It's true. He's increasing the stock of items he handles thanks to the sales from the cooling hats. So you're saying he could be attacked by bandits because of that? What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Lorea. We were just talking hypothetically.
I'm sorry. It's just my grandpa and grandma, who were so wonderful, they were both killed by bandits. So if something happened to my dad...
Oh man, I chose the wrong example on this one.
It'll be alright. Mr. Darnett doesn't really stand out very much, so I can't imagine anyone wanting to do him wrong.
You really mean it?
Yeah. However, why don't we have him stop heading to town for now, just to be on the safe side?
I'll let him know.
Don't worry, Lorea. Even if bandits do show up... I'll be sure to make it so they never come back.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
So, regardless of what his motive is, how do you intend to handle this guy?
Well, let's see. For starters, why don't I try raising my purchase prices as well?
Yeah, if you buy for the same cost, you'll definitely get the sales, because you already have people's trust. But then, won't you start suffering losses as a result of buying higher?
No, we'll still be alright at the current sale price. As long as I don't have any screw-ups in my alchemy, that is.
What if something does fail?
Dozens of sales worth of profit will be lost. That's why artifacts are so expensive. Normally, product prices are set with 1 out of every 2 attempts ending in failure.
I had no idea.
Still, though, I won't screw up when it comes to something like a cooling hat. After all, I'm Ophelia Millis' apprentice.
Do you mean the Masterclass Alchemist?
Did I not mention this before?
I would have remembered! Then the woman who came to visit you was the Ophelia Millis?
Is she a famous alchemist?
Masterclass is the highest rank for all alchemists everywhere. And even among them, Lady Ophelia is someone special. Ophelia Millis is so famous that her name is well known even outside of alchemist circles.
So cool.
It is cool, right?
Very cool! Ophelia Millis is the coolest of the cool! See, bring yourself in. I got a little worked up there. Let's get back on topic, shall we? So the plan is to raise your purchase rates to the same as the other merchant.
That's right. Hopefully that will force him to give up. But if he continues to resist and raise his rates further, I'll keep on hunting Frostfang bats myself, thus increasing our supply.
And then you can just sell them all off to him. That's a great idea.
If I ask for help from Andre's group, we should be able to gather several hundred fangs a day. So unless he has quite the fortune, that should cause his finances to run out. It will be a race to see what will be running out first. The frost bats are as soon to be dwindling funds.
Scary!
I'm just joking.
Sure.
Sarasa! Your mother and father, I'm afraid they were attacked by bandits at the pass!
That will be 13,000 Rhea.
All right, I'll see you next time.
Looking forward to it.
We've been able to buy more fangs again.
Yes, the increase in prices is working perfectly.
Hey, Sarasa, guess what? They raised their prices too.
Oh, really? It seems they lack the business foresight needed to plan ahead.
Oh, you're like a mastermind. Totally.
So, how much did they raise them?
By 50%. And then, whenever we went to his shop to sell the fangs...
Thanks so much. 'Twas a pleasure.
You certainly paid generously for these frost fangs.
That's because I have business rivals all around me. Although, they seem to be having quite a tough time.
A tough time?
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean?
He seems to think you've been having trouble getting a hold of frost fangs, and that's why you raised the prices.
In other words, you're saying, I am his target.
Yes, that appears to be so.
How amusing.
Sarasa?
It's okay, it's nothing to worry about. Well, everyone, we'll start the plan tomorrow. I'm counting on your assistance. Well, let's be off then!
What's with the fancy outfit, Sarasa?
Oh, for today only, I'm not Sarasa. I am the cute rookie gatherer, Navasessa.
But why?
Because I can't let my opponent know what I'm up to here, so I don't want to stand out.
Some might say you stand out even more now.
Here they come! You all did great today.
I'm pretty sure you hunted down more than anyone, Sarasa.
That's just because I used my magic for physical enhancement. And it's Navasessa.
Seriously? We're still keeping that up?
There isn't anyone around, though.
Are you enjoying this a little too much, Miss Navasessa?
No way! I'm just trying to deal with a greedy merchant who wants to put a stop to my business. After all, my parents told me our family motto is run an honest shop.
An honest shop? Miss Navasessa, were your parents merchants as well?
Yes, but they were both killed by bandits when I was still very young. Please don't tell Rhea. It was definitely sad and horrifying losing my parents, but it's not like I've faced misfortune and hardship since then. I mean, now I'm running my very own shop, and I want to run it honestly, just like my father and mother did. And so I have to deal with any obstacles that get in the way of that.
Well then, sounds to me like we'll just have to keep on lending you a hand and help see it through.
I'll be counting on you.
According to one of the other gatherers we know, that sneaky merchant seemed upset and was asking how long you were going to keep holding out. And he's been seen leaving by carriage numerous times in the past few days.
He must be heading outside the village to find a way to procure more things. So his finances are starting to run out. It's working just like you planned, Sarasa.
Yeah, but if he's somehow able to acquire more money from somewhere else, this fight could turn messy.
Iris, if you had no other choice, where would you sell the things obtained in this village?
Huh? Well, I guess the closest place to sell would be South Straw.
Yes, that's right. And as for the alchemist located there?
She's the one you met trying to sell the grizzly materials.
Bingo! I'll send a letter to ask for help.
You're always so thoroughly prepared, even though you're so tiny.
You didn't need to say that last part. I'm going to keep on growing. Why don't I just take these in order to pay off your debt?
Don't say such things! And it's not like alchemists can just go around adding and taking away any body parts they want to, can they?
We'll just see about that, won't we? Hold on now. I'm just joking with you two. If I felt like it, I could use potions to do something about my figure.
Seriously? Wait, so then why would you just threaten your friends like that? And well, why haven't you done it?
Well, because I have no intention of unnaturally changing this body my parents left me to cherish. That's why I'm still holding out hope for natural growth someday.
You truly honor and respect your parents, don't you, Sarasa?
Well, I lost them when I was still a child, and they were often away from home, so I don't have that many memories of them. But I know they were worthy of respect.
Even after becoming an orphan, you just keep on striving. My respect for you keeps on growing.
What are you talking about? Of course, I put in a lot of effort, but all sorts of people helped me out. So, well, I guess it feels a bit embarrassing, getting praised like this. We just need to keep going. I'll
head out to the alchemist shop in South Strahd tomorrow.
Here you are.
Thank you so much, Miss Philiorn.
Philly, could I ask you to prepare some lunch for Sarasa too?
Don't worry about me.
It's okay. I'm cooking for all of us. Or Nora will forget to eat lunch again. Right, now then. We were just discussing that merchant.
Yes, right. Has he shown up here?
Yes, and even though the market price for frost fangs had gotten rather low, he still sold them to me. It was almost like he had no other choice.
So it seems.
It was curious, so I decided to go ahead and look into him.
Did you find anything useful?
I did. All sorts of things. To start with, his name is Gree Dilly. He runs a shop here in town called the Dilly Company. They primarily deal in alchemic ingredients, as well as various artifacts. And get this, also potions.
Potions, too?
I know, strange, right?
Someone who's not an alchemist handling potions would be risky. Not only in effectiveness, but preservation and overall quality as well.
That's very true. However,
has he employed an alchemist to his team?
Something similar to that. Apparently, he forces any alchemist who owes him money to repay their debt by working for him.
Working for him how?
And he does his best to keep them in debt, too. Like messing with their ingredients to make them fail.
Awful! And he still hasn't been caught yet?
He may be a real piece of work, but he hasn't broken any laws, at least not openly. And what makes things even more troublesome is that Gree hires bandits.
Using bandits?
He uses them to threaten the alchemists he traps. And it gets even worse. Sometimes he has the bandits attack them as well. I hear it's gotten really bad. And not only that, but he likes to target young kids like you, Sarasa.
Novice alchemists have less experience and are more easily tricked into making mistakes. So then, his plan right from the start was to force me into debt and into his pocket.
He wanted to trap you and use you for all your magical power. This time, he chose poorly.
I'm only a novice, too. Just a rookie.
A rookie would never see what was happening and try to do something about it. We can't have some rogue merchant going around messing with market prices, so I'd love to use the opportunity to take him down.
I'll help out. Right now, I'm feeling incredibly angry.
Don't worry. You've got this.
You take care now, you hear me?
You know it! You have some real guts to attack an alchemist.
You sure got a big mouth on you.
Even nobles are just prey without any guards around them.
If you hand over all your cash, we might just let you live to see another day.
And what if I resist and fight?
Huh? Yeah? Are you wanting to have a go with us, little missy?
Have you ever stopped to consider something? How hard alchemists work to obtain our licenses? Or about how we feel?
Oh, the little girl has feelings, guys. Such a sensitive little thing.
We just like taking stuff that doesn't belong to us.
I can't ever find it within my soul to forgive bandits. Because all they do is steal the things that people have worked so hard to obtain. It's disgusting.
Yeah, this one time, some stupid rookie alchemist tried to act all tough and stand up to us. Remind me, what happened to them?
We killed him dead.
Among my fellow merchant friends, many lost their lives to bandits.
We'll give you one more chance, Pipsqueak. Hand over everything you've got. Come on, say something.
If you turn a blind eye towards them, they'll cause someone else misfortune on down the line. Make sure you remember this, Sarasa. And if you come across a bandit, you'll know what to do.
Little brat. Never mind, boys. Chop her up.
Boys,
What are you? Let's make a deal. We'll tell you who hired us.
It was the merchant. His name's Green.
never mind that. Nothing you can tell me will make any difference when I take down that nasty cheat.
We'll give you all our cash. I'm begging you to let us go.
But why? After I defeat all of you, it will be mine regardless.
I'm a merchant staying here on business in the village.
Ah, Mr. Greedilly. I've heard all about you, sir.
Oh, really? Is that so? You see, I was actually thinking of leaving this lovely little village rather quickly.
My, how terribly sad. I hear it's become so very lively and adventurous around here thanks to you.
So you see, I was wondering if you could purchase my Frostfang Batfangs.
My apologies, good sir. But the marketplace is so flooded now, we don't have any need for them.
Look, I'm in a real bind here, okay?
In that case, I suppose I can buy 10.
I've got nearly 10,000 of the things!
Wow, that is quite a lot. It will take 4 days to provide an appraisal.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work!
Aw, how very troubling. Did you perhaps take out a loan from some nasty, questionable people? If you're that rushed, I could buy them on the spot, but the estimated value will be quite a bit lower.
Whatever, I'll take it.
Then here you are.
What? Is this a joke?
Those fangs have spread not only throughout the area, but the neighboring town as well, and so the market price has plummeted. Mr. Greedilly? Come back again!
Won't you shut up?
I wonder whatever became of that merchant. It's been about a week or so now, hasn't it?
Hopefully he's still alive.
We keep finding more and more to learn about running a successful business.
Too much if you ask me.
It's a good thing Miss Ophelia bought all of those thousands of fangs off of you. That must have been quite the windfall.
I can't deny that.
What are you gonna do with the money?
I'll use part of it to help out the alchemists who were victims. Leonora and I decided that we would take on their debt.
What? You did? Well, that was nice of you.
Oh no, there were strings attached when it came to helping them out. So they'll do plenty of unreasonable requests.
Yeah? So then how much is the interest rate? Don't worry, Sarasa. I'm sure you'll come up with some savvy business maneuver.
Well, that's true, I guess. I'm glad. You really are the person who I thought you were, Sarasa. Could you decrease the space in the display for the cooling hats?
Right, got it. Not a problem. Do you think the sales have slowed down due to the matter with Greedilly? And how he forced so many Frostfang bats into the market?
It's not just that. The fact that it's now autumn rather than summer may be the real cause.
Yeah, well, it makes sense that the cooling hats would be a seasonal item. And I'm sure it's tough in a lot of ways being a creditor for those novice alchemists, am I right?
Just a bit. I admit I'm at the point where I'd really like to turn a nice hefty profit soon.
I suppose running your own business is full of twists and turns. You handled it really well.
Sarasa? Is there anything that I can do to help you out?
Thanks, Lorea. Just hearing you say that is plenty.
But oh yeah, you've been sending letters back and forth with Miss Leonora.
Yeah, I've been asking for Mr. Darna's help.
Then what about asking my dad to head to South Strahd more often? It would help you stay in better contact with her. I'm sure that would make things go more smoothly anyway.
Well, you see, I've made something quite nice to deal with that very issue.
Huh? Something nice?
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Sarasa?
It's an artifact known as a shared sound box.
How do you use it?
You pour your magic into it like so. Testing, testing. Hello, hello, can you hear me, Leonora?
Yes, I sure can. It's a great success. Feel free to contact me whenever you need to.
Right, thank you, I will. Goodbye.
You can talk with someone that far away? That's incredible.
It is. What about selling the shared soundbox in the store, too?
That could prove to be a bit difficult. The standard price for one would be about 500,000 Rhea.
500,000?
I got it!
Holy crap! Thank you so much, Iris! I almost lost 500,000!
That was mere child's play, my friend. If only you had
had such good hands when Sarasa dropped the pendant.
Not only are they expensive, but most people can't use them without being able to prepare magical crystals. And even for people with a fair bit of magical power, it can be difficult to reach beyond the neighboring town.
Oh, in other words, it costs a lot to use once you have it.
So then, it really would be best to have something like the cooling hats. They can be used every day without adding any costs. This is tough to figure out.
By the way, Sarasa, do you have any recommendations for which ingredients we should be looking for?
Ingredients for what?
Is there anything we should go after in place of the bat things? It would be best if we could not only help you out, but also work to repay our debt.
Well, let's see, what is there? Of course, there are some things out there in the forest you could get to pay off all your debt at once.
Yes, that! That sounds just perfect!
But ingredients like that would involve monsters on the level of the Ligarex or something even greater.
Maybe then,
That's why I think something like Flamestones would be the best.
Flamestones?
The demand for them will go up with the coming winter, and the purchase price will rise as well. But unfortunately around here, they only come from Hellflame Grizzly territory.
That sounds too dangerous.
Yeah. And we still don't know what caused them to go into such a wild frenzy either.
That's definitely true. Ellen seemed to be quite concerned about that too.
In that case, what else? What about some fruit rot bee honey then?
Fruit rot bees? Oh, right, I've heard of those. That's a high-class ingredient.
Yep. Just like their name implies, fruit rot bees eat rotten fruit. They tend to go after the fruits stored by frostfang bats that have spoiled. So it's practically a buffet for the bees to eat as much as they want. So that means you should be able to find a hive near the northern caves. It's a very valuable raw material for high-grade honey, and so the purchase price is much greater than that of just regular honey.
But isn't it still pretty dangerous to get? It is.
Of course there's a risk. If just anyone could go gather it, it wouldn't be going for such a high price.
Right. Of course.
However, I believe you should be just fine with insect repellent veils. And you'll also need antidotes for the off chance that you're stung. But if things go sideways, you could die.
What do we do? I'm kind of nervous about it. But if we invite Andre's group to come along, it should work out, right? Yeah, it will. Good. We shall follow your suggestion, Sarasa. Well then, we're heading out. We'll be back with lots of honey.
Be careful and stay safe. Now then, let's get to work on the core business at hand.
The core?
Uh-huh. The most important thing for expanding sales and growing our available items is improving my skills as an alchemist. Meaning that I've got to study more alchemy works. According to my master, it gets more complex around here, so I've got to concentrate.
You sure are great, Sarasa. I'll try my hardest too. I'll take on some of the dishes I still haven't tried to make yet.
Let's both give it all we've got.
All right.
Now then, I think I'll try making a floating tent for today. To start, I'll need to cut the leather. Is there any artifact that makes stitching leather together easier? All right. It's time to really show off my skills now. Just a little more. That's looking good.
There they are.
Whoa. Jeez. That's a lot of bees. Come on, get after them.
You're not getting away from me! Did we already lose them?
Well, they certainly are quick little buggers.
Wouldn't it be better if we just started over at this point?
For sure.
No way! I'm not giving up! Iris, wait, it's too dangerous! I'm fine, don't worry about...
Jeez.
I told you it would be dangerous. Oh. Well, that didn't work out. Oh. What is it, Iris? Shh. Oh.
Whoa.
be good.
Oh, hey, what are you making out here, Sarasa? Huh? Huh? It's floating!
Whoa!
It's a floating tent!
It doesn't need any poles or anything to support it, and it's easy to carry around, too. There! All done!
Wow! How convenient!
You want to be the first to go inside and see?
Huh? Can I really?
Of course you can!
Excuse me then. Ah! It's so nice and fluffy! It's cool and comfy, too!
I added environmental tuning fabric and the capability to repel insects.
Sarasa, how much would it cost to buy one of these?
Unfortunately, just over 100,000 Rhea. So even though I made it, it would probably be difficult to sell here in the village.
No, not really. It may actually sell just fine.
Yeah?
As I've served our customers, I've noticed that most gatherers don't seem to know much about artifacts and which sort of different ones are out there.
You know, I think you're right. Iris and Kate didn't seem to know much about everything that's out there either.
So if we display it in front of the shop and show how convenient it is, it might get some people interested. It caught my attention.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Lorrea, you've been thinking about the shop and ways to improve it.
So what do you think?
Maybe we can sit down and talk a bit more about your idea while eating some of this delicious new dish that you've been working on all day.
Of course!
Welcome back. We were just about to use Good to see you. I need to use the toilet.
We're back.
How'd the trip go? Were you able to find any fruit rot, honey?
Sure did. Just look.
Wow, you got so much.
And that's only half of what we gathered in total.
Great, I can buy it all off you, right?
Yes, please do.
Wonderful. Just hold on, I'm running the calculations. By the way, did everything work out with Andre's group?
They headed back to the inn. Their stomachs weren't feeling all that great.
Just like Kate?
That's right. Maybe the food we brought had gone bad from sitting out too long.
That can happen sometimes, and even though it's autumn, it's still hot out, so you have to be careful with storing food. Wait a sec, I need to ask you a question. Did Andre and everyone happen to taste any fruit rot, honey?
Well, we had just a little bit.
You ate some of it?
I guess it was really presumptuous of us to eat such a high-quality food while we're still in debt to you. But the sweet temptation of the honey was too great.
Oh my god! This has nothing to do with your debt, you dummy!
Huh?
You can't just walk up and start eating fruit rot me, honey! It's poisonous!
Poisonous? But why would it be poisonous? It's supposed to be high class.
That's just the base ingredient. We're talking about bees that eat rotten fruit. The whole reason I recommended it is because animals and monsters don't go after them. This is awful. Tell me who ate how much honey.
I think everyone had about a spoonful, though Andre's group may have eaten a little more.
That's a relief. That won't be enough to kill you.
Oh, thank goodness.
However, for the next few hours, you're about to become real close and personal with the toilet.
I don't like the sound of that. Please excuse me for a very brief moment. Kate, hurry up and get out of there. Oh, come on. I'm begging you just for a second.
Nope, no chance. You're gonna have to...
I can't hold it.
I
thought that we were supposed to be friends, Kate.
You told me that we were equal allies. You remember that? Well, if that's true, then give me my dignity.
Come on. I'm dying over here. Help me. Are we best friends? BFFs?
This is one thing that even best friends cannot share.
Wait, what's that for? Sarasa?
Iris? This is all I can really do for you in the moment. No one should be able to see you behind the tent.
I'll have you know I will not be forgetting this humiliation.
Now then, Lorrea, we have faced a bit of a disaster today.
Yes, it truly was a tragedy.
I should have better explained the poisonous aspect of the fruit rot bee, honey.
No, this isn't your fault, Sarasa.
I never imagined they wouldn't have known about the poison.
Is there any medicine for it?
There is, however. While this will work on all sorts of poisons, it's expensive. Even after being paid for the honey they found, they would still find themselves in the red.
Oh, dear.
But the good news is there are very few cases of people actually dying from the poison.
All right, how about we try making a specialized antidote? Larea, will you lend me a hand?
Of course! I'll do anything I can to help.
Oh God, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, Iris, just take it nice and easy there.
There's water and a blanket in there for you.
Take care of Kate. Save her.
But of course, I'll have a medicine made up for you soon. Let's get going, Larea.
All right.
It's fairly simple to get a hold of the ingredients themselves. There's one. Perfect. Could you get more bugs like this?
I'd be glad to. About how many more bugs do you need?
Well, let's see. It's about 10 for each person, so to allow for a little extra, let's say around 60.
And this is going to be a medicine?
It is. The ingredients are pretty cheap, but it takes some effort to prepare. Since we're in a hurry, we'll omit some steps this time.
You can do that?
Yeah, but it may not taste as good. Hang in there, Kate, and try to hold on just a little longer.
Is that a good amount of water?
Yeah. There's no time to dissect these things one by one. So we'll crush them down like so.
You're supposed to drink this, right? As a medicine?
Want to give it a try?
No, thank you.
I figured. Well, by adding water and stirring a bit while adding magical power, it may improve the taste at least a little.
A little, you say?
Yeah, but in the end, it's still gonna taste like bugs.
The waves have finally settled down.
So sorry for the long wait.
Your medicine is ready! This potion will heal you right up. But it would cause your debt to grow, and dramatically at that. And therefore, I made a cheap version where that won't be a problem. It's a bit less sweet, but you two are pretty tough, so it's nothing to worry about. So have at it.
I'm truly grateful to you.
Go ahead and drink up.
Okay.
Please, gulp it down. Don't think anything or even look. Just chug it down in a single go.
What is this? It will work, won't it?
Of course. I wouldn't give you something that wouldn't help.
But it reeks. Feel free to drink up first, Kate. No, go right ahead. No, you first. No, you first.
Better get started. If you dawdle too long, the next wave will come. Who will be the one to use the backyard this time around?
I'm drinking it first.
She drank it!
Here.
Are you all right, Iris? Somehow.
Now, it's your turn next.
What's wrong? Go ahead and drink up, Kate. You'll need someone to look after you until you're better, right, Iris? So I'll go ahead and drink this expensive potion so that I can better take it. Don't give that a second thought, just go. But I... Stop complaining and drink it. We can't just let Ceres's kindness go to waste now, can we? I'm doing this for you. Oh, what's the matter, Kate? You want water? This water, perhaps? What a greedy girl. You're holding a grudge over that whole thing that went down with the toilet earlier, aren't you? Whatever do you mean by that? The next wave, please excuse me. Wait, hold on.
Are they gonna be okay?
Yeah, the medicine should take effect in less than an hour and make them feel better.
It's my turn now. Go get yourself.
Seriously, thanks. You know, without your medicine, things around the camp would have gotten pretty unbearable.
That taste was unbelievably bad.
I'm just glad to see that you're all on the mend.
By the way, this is amazing. And wow, talk about convenient.
Wait, this one doesn't seem to be a tent. It's a toilet?
It's prefabricated for convenience.
Larea had the idea, so I'm gonna go ahead and display all the recent stuff I made. You never know where demand will come from, after all.
Well, I'd say it's a great idea. It could definitely be helpful when out camping.
Well, I gotta tell you, I love it. It's nice to be ready when nature calls. I'll take it. How much does it cost?
That certainly was a surprise. I never expected Andre's group to buy a floating tent for me. You really outdid yourself.
Oh no! Thanks to you making so many useful artifacts, the gatherers have had more money to spend, and the quality of your products is always guaranteed to be the best.
I must say, that tent was truly splendid. If only the prefabricated toilet was ready too, then it would have been perfect.
That's true.
Still, I'm glad to see the two of you have fully recovered from your ordeal.
Yeah, I'm sorry we're always causing you so much trouble. My deepest apologies. We'll take better care in the future.
We have to help one another when we're in need. Welcome to our shop.
Father? Mama? What's up?
Iris's father and Kate's mother. Iris's father and Kate's mother.
I guess I never thought about Kate's mom being an elf.
So this is where you two have been, hidden in Yoke Village.
What are you two doing here? Father?
Well, you see,
If you don't mind, please feel free to come inside.
Wait, Sarasa.
There's no sense in just standing around while talking, is there?
Thank you.
Pardon our intrusion.
Please, come this way.
Very well. My deepest apologies for intruding unannounced. My name is Adalbert Lotz, and I am Iris's father.
My name is Katerina Starvin. I serve under the House of Lotz, and I would be Kate's mother.
I'm Sarah Safid, the proprietor of this shop.
I've heard tell of how you helped both our daughters, Lady Sarasa. I'm grateful.
Thank you very much.
No, it's nothing, really.
So you were really a noblewoman, Iris?
It isn't as if I was hiding it. It's just I didn't want everyone to act all weird around me. And even if we are nobles, it's just a knighthood with 2 villages of territory. Hardly anything important. We're nothing, really.
Please, Iris, choose your words more carefully.
My apologies. So then, what brings you here to us today, Sir Adalbert?
Well, my daughter, we've come to bring you back with us.
Bring me back?
Should I excuse myself from the room then?
No, please stay, Sarasa. I'd rather you be aware of the truth about everything, instead of being worried about not having all the details.
Okay then, I'll go handle the shop.
Right, please do.
I'm sorry about this.
It's fine. Excuse me.
Well, Iris, could I ask you to explain further?
Let me go back a bit. I would need to begin by telling you what initially led us to becoming gatherers. Though the House of Lotz are nobles, it isn't as if we've ever been well off. But Father was adored by his people, and our territory was a peaceful place. One year, though, the territory suffered terrible crop failure, and so my father reduced all taxes for the sake of his suffering people. On top of that, he used his own finances to purchase food for his starving neighbors. Eventually, his fortune soon bottomed out, and our house ended up burdened with a great deal of debt.
You took on the debt personally, and said that it was no trivial amount.
The one in charge of this great debt was Baronet Yoko Kirk, who not only rules over South Strahd, but also Yoke Village. Eventually, we were able to overcome the predicament, but...
It took some time for the lives of the residents to stabilize. And in the meantime, it took everything we had just to pay off the interest. It was a tough time, so to help out as much as she could, Iris jumped in and decided to become a gatherer as well. She didn't worry about the danger, even as a noble's daughter. I just did what I could. I wanted to teach a lesson to that awful, greedy Baronet Kirk. He took advantage of our situation to force unreasonable interest rates upon my father. And Kate, being the good friend she is, came along with me. But I guess I don't understand, though. I mean, weren't the residents helping out? So that you could pay off the remainder of the debt bit by bit? They were. So what happened that you're needing to bring me back now?
The circumstances have changed.
They're demanding a full repayment of the debt all at once. A full repayment? That's ridiculous, Father. They were already forcing a high interest rate and now they're asking for this?
We've long since passed the usual time limit for repayment, so we cannot complain. I've tried every means possible in order to gather the rest of the money.
But as you know, it isn't so easy to get a hold of so great a sum in such a short time period. But now...
A single person came forward to loan us the money, which was good news. And yet, it came with conditions, didn't it? I see. So that's it. I guess I had always assumed that this day could come along at any moment, but...
What? What are you talking about?
The person with whom we consulted was from a certain company that has been rapidly expanding their business. Due to the recent death, the ownership has changed, with a young successor now taking full control. And the man in question wishes to marry into the noble house of Lots.
Marry? Meaning that the condition for the loan is to take me as his wife. And as a noble's daughter, there's not much I can do about it. Iris! Are you really all right with that? Please control yourself, Kate. But Mom! And Sir Adalbert, can you truly accept this too? Even if it is for your residence, accepting the marriage means allowing a merchant to just walk away with your family's noble estate. Kate, that is quite enough.
Naturally, I am not thrilled with the matter myself. But he cannot be so terrible a person if he is willing to shoulder the burdensome debt of such a minor noble house. There are much greater nobilities to marry.
Right. And if he already has money, there may not be any need to go into debt, even if another crop shortage were to happen again. But Iris, so tell me, Father, what sort of man am I supposed to marry?
Well, I have only met the man once, but he seemed agreeable. His name is Shay Dilly.
Dilly? So the company offering to lend you money is the Dilly Company?
That's the one we just did battle with over the Frostfang Batfangs. We know of those people, Father. That's Greed Dilly's company.
Exactly how do you know them?
Not long ago, there was an incident between us and the Dilly Company. So, let me just say for your benefit, sir, something seems out of sorts about this. To be blunt, I can't imagine that they have the capital needed to lend out such a large sum of money.
That's right. They're definitely up to something nefarious.
But the current head of the Dilly house seemed like such a fine young man.
Swindlers never allow themselves to appear all that bad.
Yet we are nothing but an insignificant minor noble house. Why would he even approach us?
Even a knighthood counts as nobility. There's plenty of value for a merchant. And though I can't say for certain, Baronet Kurt may be involved in this marriage scheme.
That's absurd.
But that's just speculation on my part. I can have an acquaintance in South Strahd look into the matter later.
Then Sir Adalbert...
Just as you say, Lady Sarasa, it seems we need to investigate this matter more. But even if they can prepare the money, I have no intention of allowing someone so suspicious to enter into our family house.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. But what are you going to do about the repayment of the debt?
Ah, yes, indeed. No, our circumstances haven't changed in the least.
Not yet. Learning of these suspicions regarding Baronet Kirk and the Dilly Company is a huge concern.
Right. We'll work to raise the money ourselves, rather than entertain such an offer. This is a divine opportunity. We'll work the problem over again. Come on, we're heading back home.
Yes. But wait! So I don't need to return home with you?
No, but we shall still be counting on what you can send us for the time being. Though, you needn't worry any further. And Iris, sorry for causing you such trouble.
No. No matter how far apart we may be, Father, it will always fill me with pride to be called your daughter. Mama, don't worry. I'll be working too and earn everything I can. It was good to see you again, Kate. And please, make sure you take care of yourself. Yeah. You too, Mama. Be careful.
Lady Sarasa, my apologies for troubling you over our family debt. Forgive me. Please continue to look after Iris and Kate for us.
Yes, of course. I look forward to seeing you again.
Well then, farewell. This has truly turned out to be a worthwhile trip.
I can't stop worrying about my father. You think it'll work out? Oh, I hope so. But you know, Sir Adalbert must have been seriously conflicted about bringing this matter to our attention. So for him to still feel the need to come all the way out here... Yes, he must be very close to his wit's end. Yeah. So Sarasa, again, I'm so sorry.
Huh? Whatever for?
For being unable to pay off my
my debt to you when we were meeting with my father. I promise it's coming. And of course, I had no intention of running out on my bill and returning home. I would never do that.
To be honest, we actually haven't told them the amount that we owe you for saving Iris's life.
Telling them that would mean informing them of how I almost died that day. And we didn't want to add on further stress for our parents. I'm sorry.
No, please don't worry about it. More than that, it sounds like your family's had it rough. So you don't need to focus on your debt for now. You can just send them whatever you can instead. If it comes down to it, I can always ask my master for assistance.
Oh, no, you don't need to do that. You should keep her separated from my family drama.
But I think that...
I want to do something to help out your family, too.
Larea.
But all I can do is try my hardest at helping out my own family and Sarasa here. I know it's not much. I just wish there was more I could do for you.
Larea, thank you for your kind words. I shall also try my hardest and darndest in everything I do in order to do the same for you.
Trying your hardest at what you do. That's the answer.
Huh?
Right. I'm an alchemist and a village shop owner. And you two are gatherers. Together we have everything that we need for this.
What did you have in mind?
Gathering tons of ingredients and selling them for as much as possible. I won't say it's a shortcut to amassing a massive fortune, but it's by far the best method that's readily available to us.
Yes, you're so right. You're always so smart, Sarasa. Yeah, let's give it all we've got. Woo!
Huh? Sorry, but we're already closed for the day. Wait. Ellen?
Good evening.
What brings you here at this time of night?
Well, there was a little issue that I wanted to discuss.
Huh? What issue's that?
Oh, this is Narsnachi!
You rarely ever see it! How lucky am I! Ooh, to think I'd find Tedalak in a place like this! I almost overlooked it! The moss in here is a blue powder! Normally it's green, but this is definitely blue! It'll certainly be worth something! Yay! That's the forest for ya! It's an alchemy treasure trove!
Well, look at that. You can find so many valuable ingredients if you know what you're looking for, huh?
At this rate, we could end up with a haul worth several times what we normally get.
That's good to hear, but still. And what about the investigation, huh?
Whoops, that's right. That was the main job today. An investigation into the Hellflame Grizzlies.
That's correct. And as I'm sure you're already aware, we still don't know what spooked the Grizzlies, or whatever it was that caused their frenzy. There's no guarantee that the same thing won't happen again. We asked the local lord to investigate, however.
The local lord?
Yakuo Kirk once again. But we received a response today that there was no need to investigate, as the damages weren't severe enough to look into.
Awful! We only avoided a debacle because Sarasa and everyone here worked so hard.
So that's why you've come to us?
I'm truly sorry. Couldn't think of anyone else I could consult with about this.
All right.
Huh?
I have a good idea what may have caused the bears to rampage. And well, the trip will probably require us to venture beyond the village forest. So we'll also be able to get a hold of plenty of rare ingredients. Just leave the Grizzly investigation to us. We'll absolutely figure out the cause for you, while at the same time earn plenty of money.
Oh, I like that. Thanks so much. I'm truly sorry for all of this, Sarasa. I really am, you know.
Stop. I already told you not to worry about it, didn't I?
And I am also grateful for how considerate you've been about our arrangement. And not telling Andre's group about the debt.
It's not the sort of thing to spread around. But I get the feeling that Andre's group has more or less picked up on things.
Oh?
They may know, but are helping out without saying anything.
Stop messing around and bag it!
I don't know. I just,
Let's get moving. At this pace, we can reach the mountain tomorrow.
We're finally here. So there should be Hellflame Grizzlies on this mountain, right?
To be more precise, there used to be. If the pack that found us came from there, I doubt it was another group from farther away.
In other words, the question of why they left this place to begin with is somehow tied to our investigation into the reason of their frenzy.
There aren't really any signs of the mountain collapsing, I think. Well, we don't know what it looked like originally, though. And there isn't any smoke coming from it, so at least it doesn't seem to be active. Then is all this because they're running out of the flamestones they like to eat? And what exactly would cause them to run out?
So, hey, Sarasa, that thing's not gonna suddenly blow or anything.
I can't say with certainty, but I believe we should be fine. Unless we're super unlucky, that is.
Look, huh? I can't say you're making me confident. Oh, that's because you almost died. But remember, you were saved by Sarasa, so don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Besides, we've got Sarasa coming along with us now, so we're gonna be just fine.
You're talking about me? Are you saying I'm lucky or something?
Oh, we're the lucky ones, my friend. Super lucky to have been able to meet you.
Really?
Yeah, like when we were attacked by raging Hellflame Grizzlies.
And when we all ate the poisoned honey and then got super sick. Yeah, it all worked out great because you were there with us, Sarasa.
That's right. We're crazy lucky. We sure are.
It makes me very happy, hearing you all say that.
It feels like we've climbed quite a bit today. And no matter how far we go, there don't seem to be very many flamestones laying around. I guess we'll just have to gather what we can and head on back to base camp.
Hey, Sarasa, is there somewhere that we should be looking to find more?
You normally find lots of them laying around where the ground is hottest.
Oh, then what about that spot where it's steaming?
It's true that the temperature would be high there, but there's poisonous gas in the air that would knock you out in a single breath. And there's the danger of extremely heated vapor and boiling water suddenly spurting out. For the moment, let's just gather flamestones from where we know it to be safe. If we absolutely need more, we can come back later when we're better prepared for it.
What is it, Sarasa?
Over near the stream. Something's over there.
That's one big ugly lizard thing.
That is a lava lizard, also known as a pseudo-salamander.
Oh, that's a pretty strange sounding name for such a creature.
Well, they're not as strong as the name implies, but they're pretty tough. The leather-like skin on their backs is sturdy enough to deflect Hellflame Grizzly claws. On top of that, they can breathe fire, and they can launch incredibly powerful attacks with their tails.
That sounds like a bunch of trouble to me.
So, did those giant lizards drive the Hellflame Grizzlies away from here?
As far as I know, lava lizards primarily eat flamestones as well. However, they have a greater resistance to heat than Hellflame Grizzlies.
Okay, so the lava lizards eat flamestones, and the Hellflame Grizzlies do too. But being this close to the volcano is too hot for the bears to be around.
After losing the struggle for survival, the Hellflame Grizzlies were driven from their home, and as a result, they went into a frenzy.
Yes, that's likely the case.
So, I guess that technically means the investigation Ellen asked for is just about over then.
That's right. There aren't any actual Hellflame Grizzlies here, so we can probably assume another frenzy would be highly unlikely.
But still, though...
Don't you think we should get a little more before heading back? Huh?
It's true that ingredients from lava lizards do offer a high return. Although you've never hunted them before, have you?
No, it's my first time seeing one.
They generally move at a rather slow pace, so as long as you don't encounter too many at once, it shouldn't be too bad. Still, you'll want to watch out for their breath and tails. Their tails possess enough strength to break a leg with one good whack, so don't assume you should approach them from behind. That could be just as risky. And whenever they're feeling endangered, they lure their enemies into boiling lakes, so be careful not to follow them too far.
That all sounds kind of scary, really. Seriously.
So how should we try to take them down then?
Well, why don't I just show you? You should aim for the spot on their stomach where it's a bit softer. The top of their body is so rugged that swords won't get through. So, even if you attack from high up above like so... Well, that's how it turns out, so you have to attack from the side or flip them over to get an effective strike.
No way! You totally got it! Its head even fell off!
Huh? Oops, too much. I figured I would show you how you would be knocked back if you tried it like that. Sorry.
She really is on a whole other level than us.
She's way stronger than we could ever aspire to be.
No, it's just that this sword is so strong. That would normally never have happened.
Oh, I already knew as much, but I'm awfully ashamed by my own lack of training and poor set of sword skills. A bunch of lava lizards! Oh, let's get out of here!
cautious of my surroundings.
There's no beating you, is there, Sarasa? No, I'm the one who should be apologizing. The only reason this happened is because I was clumsy and woke up the lava lizards.
What are you talking about? You should be happy. Look how many lizards we took down. Still, something's not right here. That many lava lizards in one place is incredibly abnormal. Hopefully, this isn't an omen of something bad to come.
An earthquake?
What's going on here? We need to take cover!
Hide by those rocks! Hurry!
Sarasa? Look how deep that thing goes. It must have opened because of the eruption.
Watch out and be ready, everyone. There's a salamander down there. Hide by those rocks! Hurry!
Look how deep that thing goes. It must have opened because of the eruption.
Watch out and be ready, everyone. There's a salamander down there.
A salamander?
No way. Dang it, I can't get a good look. Are you idiot? Sorry.
What do you want us to do, Sarasa?
There's no question, really, considering our current equipment.
Did you just see that? Something's going on here.
Everyone, let's slowly move away from here. If we agitate it and it uses its breath attack...
Those flames are way too much to block!
Okay, now! And that's the full report on our investigation.
So you're saying there isn't any risk of another Hellflame Grizzly Frenzy? They won't be coming to our village again?
That's right.
Okay, what about the others? Is there any risk of those lizards or that salamander coming back?
Honestly, probably not. They aren't generally the sort of monsters to leave their territory.
Well, that's a relief.
But still, I believe we should keep up our watch. We must always be prepared.
Agreed. I'll make sure to reward you properly for all your assistance. Kate and Iris, how would you feel about 2 times what you normally earn in a day? Plus several days worth on top of that? Sounds good. Yes, agreed. I'll try to come up with something besides just money for you, Sarasa.
Right. I'll leave that to you, Ellen.
I'll talk with my father about it and come by later, okay?
I'd heard of salamanders in stories before, but I never knew they were actually real.
Very real, and it was trouble. Now, I couldn't see too well, but it looked quite massive. From what I've heard, salamanders are supposed to be somewhere around 5 meters long. No way! It was clearly way larger than that. What do you think, Sarasa? Sarasa?
What? Do you not like the food or something? No, that's not it at all! It's totally delicious! It's so good! I was just doing a bit of thinking.
About what? Yeah, what is it?
Well, that we might be able to resolve the problem your family is facing, Iris.
Why can we do that?
It will be dangerous.
Wait, hold on a minute. You're not talking about taking down the salamander, are you?
What? Yes. If we get the ingredients from it, we could earn enough money to pay off all your debt. The issue is finding a buyer, but if I speak with my master, it should work.
But we could never hope to defeat something as large as that. That's right. Even I know how dangerous a giant salamander can be.
I'm obviously not asking you two to face it alone. That would be suicide.
Be honest with me, Sarasa. Could even an expert like you defeat a monster of that level?
No way. I could never handle that beast on my own. But with the two of you assisting...
If it's you, we'll offer as much assistance as you need. We can't let you face such a dangerous creature for all of us.
Well, thank you. Together we'll take down that big ugly monster!
But Sarasa... Okay, so how are you actually planning on beating the thing?
Well, I've got something like a trump card I can rely on for that.
A trump card? Another earthquake?
We've been getting a lot lately.
I read your letter.
If there's a salamander about, that certainly is a concern.
If the salamander gets loose and the lava starts flowing, the impact would be on a huge scale. And if there's an eruption, the village wouldn't stand a chance.
The salamander must be the cause of the earthquakes that have been occurring in the area as well. The way it's been shifting the ley lines may have also caused the incident with the transfer circle.
Master, is it even possible for me to defeat this thing?
As long as they're at their normal strength, you should be fine if you've given your all.
Okay, I'll go for it. All right! Is that your adorable apprentice? What's she contacting you about this time?
The volcano's going to erupt? But when?
I wasn't talking about any time soon. Just something I fear could happen if we don't do something about the salamander.
Yeah, right? And with all the earthquakes happening lately, what can we do?
Don't worry about it, I've got this. If we defeat the salamander, Iris can repay her family debt. Kill 2 birds with 1 salamander.
Right. I have full faith in you.
Now then, let's begin working on preparations. In order to take down the salamander, we'll need protection against the high heat and its breath attack. I can make us something for that using ingredients from the lava lizards and hellflame grizzlies. Kate and Iris, I want you to gather pelts to use for the lining. Once things look good with the protective gear, I'll use the ingredients from the Frostfang bats to prepare some ice arrows and ice crystals. I'm not sure how many I'll be able to make, so I'll ask Leonora over in South Strahd to help. And Florea, I'd like to ask your father to transport them.
Sounds good. I'll let him know.
Once the two of you are back, we'll tackle the rest of the process to finish up our protective gear.
Ow!
My master is preparing a map of the volcano. It should be arriving around that time. Same with the goods from Leonora. It should take roughly 2 weeks to get all of our preparations in order.
Sarasa, for today. Please, this is why I said you needed to get some sleep.
It's fine, Lorea. I promise to get better rest tonight. Hey, but, could you perhaps make something yummy for us to nibble on?
Of course. I'll make a whole bunch. Everybody, here's today's special.
Thank you for helping out today.
We don't mind helping you out with this. But you only need us on the way there?
Yeah, since I didn't have enough materials to make gear for everyone, and we didn't have enough time to hunt down anymore.
Yeah, I get that cooling hats won't exactly cut it as protective gear. But still, hearing that the village is in danger.
Just being there to help carry all the heavy stuff is a huge help.
Understood. We're here for whatever you need.
Andre? Thanks for the help. Honestly, I'm truly grateful.
No need for that. Yeah, there's no need for you to act so formal around us.
Ain't that the truth? Just give it all you've got, and take that sucker down.
Well then, everyone, move it out!
Please take care, everyone.
We'll be fine, but if anything happens, be sure to put your own safety first, okay?
Right. See ya!
checklist to try to descend down the hole where we saw the salamander the other day. If it launches a breath attack, we wouldn't be able to avoid it.
Then, what do we do?
According to the map, there's a number of lava tubes running throughout the mountain. Considering the point where it collapsed, this cave here should be connected and give us another route to follow.
That makes sense.
So we'll need to climb up a bit further from here. Alright, so we should go ahead and get moving.
Right, let's get going!
Yeah! Look over there!
That's...
lava! It certainly wasn't like that the last time we came up here. And there are more lava lizards, too!
In just 2 weeks? Oh, jeez. It looks like your instincts may have hit the mark.
This is it? Sarasa?
I'm certain of it. I can sense a terribly strong magical power coming from inside.
I know, right? Even I can tell something is wrong here. And there's an intense heat. It'll only get hotter further in.
This is far enough. Thanks for the help.
Of course. But yeah, we can stop here.
I think we know our limitations.
Could you do me a favor and find a safe place to prepare a base camp?
No problem.
And please, do not push yourself too hard.
What matters most is you make it back alive.
Where there's life, there is always hope.
Right, understood. We'll make it back for sure with a giant salamander to show everyone. Well, let's go!
It's finally time to face off with the salamander. Normally it'd be an awful enemy to face, but now it'll be our salvation. Well, if we actually beat it, that is. Right. And again, I'm truly sorry for relying on you so much.
Please, Iris, don't worry about it. Once your family's debt is cleared, then you'll be able to focus on repaying everything that you owe me.
Yeah, definitely. Of course. But I'd appreciate it if you could be a little lenient on the time frame of when that actually is.
That's fully understandable. No need to rush anything.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Are you scared?
I guess it shows.
It's not the sort of opponent you'd normally go up against.
To be honest, I'm quite terrified about all this. It's an enemy we normally could never beat. It'll be our first time in a fight like this, won't it?
Look, sorry, you don't need to fight. I just need your help to buy time and offer support when needed.
No problem. And we'll be here to back you up. But aren't you scared, Sarasa?
Yeah, I suppose so. But I don't want to lose any more of the people I care about. We're here.
A trump card? What do you mean a trump card?
Well, I'll remove the pendant that restricts my magical power and use my magic at full force.
You mean like your power back at the lake against the Ligarex? That sounds like it could be a sight to behold.
However, this strength of magic will need some time to activate, and it will use up most of my power. So in all likelihood, I won't be able to move afterwards.
I take it that's what you meant by needing our assistance.
If it seems like you'll be putting yourselves at risk carrying me while running away, then just leave me.
We'd never do that. We're getting you back safely no matter what happens here.
By the way, those ice arrows you have there sell for 4,000 Rhea each, Kate. And just one of those ice crystals would be 3,500.
Why tell us the prices at a time like this?
Now that you've heard that, you won't miss, right? Here we go!
Stop all motion. Bring all to tranquil calm. Who's the idiot who said we should take down a salamander? Oh, that's right, me. I normally would never dream of getting involved with someone else's death. Oh, we're talking about Iris here. Iris!
Don't worry about me. How's Sarasa doing?
The attack is too strong.
As long as they're at their normal strength, you should be fine if you give it your all.
This isn't normal at all!
Are you okay, Iris? I'm all right. Just got a little singed is all. At this rate, we won't make it. Don't you worry. We just have to hold out and believe in Sarasa. She'll take it down. You know she will. You're right.
Remember, I'm doing this for Iris and for Kate. Grant this wild beast a tranquil rest. Sarasa! Come on, you two! Hurry over here to my side! We're on it! Sarasa, here goes! Frozen coffin!
Whoa! Look how strong it is.
This might actually be kind of bad.
What?
Well, it should have been frozen over by now. Now it's a question if my magical power will hold out. If I can't do it, please just leave me behind to get back to camp.
We would never retreat unless you're right by our side. That's right. We're with you to the bitter end, no matter what happens to us.
You too? I'll give all I've got. Oh no, my magical power is at its limit.
Not yet. Your magical power can still go further.
That voice.
Show me the power of Sarasa Feed, the alchemist.
I hope they're okay.
Did we beat it? Kate? What do you think? Is it done?
Sorry, I don't know. Usually I'd be able to tell. But for now, my magical power has run dry.
Right. Should we go check just to be sure? Oh.
I want closure too, but for right now, I can't guarantee our safety if it breaks free.
Iris, if something happens, we won't be able to handle it without her help. We should wait. We'll come back tomorrow to confirm when Sarasa is strong enough to be on her feet again. You're right. Let's just be thankful that we made it safely through today, thanks to Sarasa.
Thanks, Iris. Wow, that's so good!
It has a lovely scent.
I splurged a little bit on the tea leaves. The salamander ingredient sold for a high price, so we can do that. I'm so glad we're back together. Can't tell you how much I enjoy drinking tea with friends. Well, there's no way we could go dying knowing that we still had so much more of your yummy cooking left to eat now, could we?
Must admit, I hardly felt we could relax until we finally confirmed the salamander had been defeated. It is so frozen, isn't it?
Yes, everything is fine now.
You fought against that gigantic thing?
Man, that's nuts. Salamanders are crazy huge.
Actually, I believe this to be no ordinary specimen. Still, thanks to that, everything's settled now, I guess.
Yes, no need to worry. Thanks to Sarasa here and Andre's group, the whole issue with the dead is more or less settled. And I don't need to get married. Oh, and Father and Katerina sent their regards to everyone as well.
Glad to hear it. Well, once we've finished our drinks, we'll open up the shop.
Yeah!
Hello, welcome. Dad!
Been working hard, huh?
Coming back from town?
That's right, and I've been entrusted with a letter for Sarasa.
Huh? The feed company? That's Saras's family. All right. These should not only be useful for blacksmiths, but also for handling hot dishes. Come in.
I'm sorry, Sarasa. I didn't want to bother you while you were working so hard, but...
From the feed company? Miss Sarasa Feed, apologies for not contacting you sooner. I am Leroy, the head clerk of the feed company. I heard from the head of the orphanage that you're in Yoke Village, so I'm sending this in hopes of reaching you. The head clerk.
Allow me to get straight to my reason for writing you this letter, which is way overdue. Our Feed Corporation wishes to recognize and welcome you back as the rightful and sole heir to the business your parents built. It's taken a long time since that unforeseen incident
7 years ago. But we finally seem to be getting the business back on track, and so I sent you this message. I would very much appreciate the opportunity to speak with you in person at least once. This certainly is sudden. So what do you think, Sarasa?
I'm not really sure. Personally, I'd assumed all ties between us had been cut off when I went away.
It's not the sort of thing you need to rush into. Give yourself a little time to think, until you can sort everything out. Right.
Yes, that's just what I'll do. When do you think you're going to be back?
We don't have much to transport, so we should be back home by dusk.
Be a good girl and wait for us.
Well then, we're off.
Take care and be safe!
What's wrong, dear?
I'll make sure to watch over the shop while you two are away.
That a girl? After all, one day this place will be all yours, Sarasa.
Yeah, I'll make it even bigger with lots and lots of customers. Hey, Loria. I think I'm gonna head out for a little bit. Where are you going? I just need a little change of pace. I've been holed up in my workshop for too long.
Will you be back anytime soon?
I'll be back before dinner.
Okay, I got it.
I'll see you later.
Take care.
Good afternoon. Alice, Jasper.
Oh, hey, Sarasa.
What brings you our way today?
I'm just out for a stroll.
That sounds like fun.
Would you maybe care to join me?
Oh?
Thanks for coming. I know it's out of the blue.
Feel free, I'm always up for a walk. All I've got back home is my husband, and he's always making such faces. By the way, how long has it been since you first came to the village?
Half a year. In fact, you were the one who first showed me around back then.
I did, you're right. I'm afraid I pegged you as a bit of the unreliable sort at first.
And now?
You're a queen.
Oh, stop. And please stop hitting me.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Good afternoon. Gabert, Chisto, Ellen, good to see you.
Hey there, Ellen here had a request for us.
I figured the craftsmen of the village could work together to make something special for you.
Ooh, what a great idea!
We're starting with something simple to try it out.
That sounds just wonderful.
The idea actually came from my father.
It came from the mayor?
It did. The number of gatherers around has grown, and the village has been prospering, so he's in a good mood. He said we can't just keep relying on you all the time.
Oh, wow, that's certainly unexpected coming from him.
Yeah, considering our mayor.
Oh, right. And there's also the reward for the investigation you did. How about we make you a nice big field for herbs right next to your shop? Oh, and a caretaker.
My own field for herbs?
Yeah. We'd need help figuring out how to grow them, of course, but I figured that will be the most helpful thing we could do for your business. What you think? No? Something else?
What? No, this sounds great. I could really use an herb field.
Well, good. Then it's decided. I'm really looking forward to it. Delal, we're here for some food.
What? Are you here to get drunk in the middle of the day again, Ellis?
Jeez, is that all you can say to your best friend?
Hello?
It sure has been a while, Sarasa.
Yeah, sorry. I've been so busy with the shop, I haven't been able to stop by.
Don't you worry. I mean, thanks to you, we've been making a lot more money than we ever have before. The stove has been working out great. In fact, today's dinner's on the house, so feel free to eat up to your heart's content.
Yes, of course! Thanks for everything today.
It was a ton of fun. We got to talk for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
I really am quite glad you came here to set up shop in the village. And I'd say that everyone here feels the same. That's no exaggeration. In fact, we've all come to depend on you.
Oh, yeah? So, I'm thinking of heading to the feed company.
Then, are you...
No, I haven't decided on how to respond yet. I feel I should go there to make up my mind.
I see. I'm sure you would like to get the lay of the land before deciding.
Yes, and I have something to discuss with all of you. It takes about half a month each way to reach the capital. So obviously, you can expect me to be away from the village for over a month. I'd like for you guys to look after the shop while I'm gone.
Of course. Just leave it all to us.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. After all, you've helped us out so much.
Naturally, I'll pay the two of you fair wages for your help.
You don't need to worry about doing that. I'll take the wages, thank you. Right, of course. I maybe got a little carried away. I let my emotions get the better of me.
I'll make enough potions for the time I'm away. And I already discussed with Leonora at the business end of purchasing any ingredients that may come up. Could we get your father to help transport everything for us?
Sure thing. I'll ask him today.
And during my time away, I'd like you to be the acting head of the shop.
You want me in charge?
I'll leave it to you two to determine whenever you can come in.
Of course. Will do.
As for your question, Larea, you can already run the shop without me. Trust me. You'll do just fine.
Understood. I'll do my very best.
Well then, I leave the shop in your hands.
Safe travels.
Take care. See you again soon.
Sarasa, is that you?
Mr. Leroy?
Sorry for making you come all this way. Guess I figured that we'd come get you once we could get the chance.
It's fine.
I'm sure the message must have come out of the blue, though.
It sure did.
Sorry, you must have felt like we had abandoned you this whole time. The marauders who took your parents' lives also took almost everything in the shop. Because of that, the company was saddled with greater debt than we could reasonably manage. Back then, we even considered disbanding the company altogether. But after discussing the matter among the management, everyone wanted to keep what your parents had worked so hard for. We really did all want to look after you and take care of you, but we just didn't know how to do that, and the shop was in complete disarray. So, I asked the head of the orphanage not to tell you the situation until we could get the shop back together. Perhaps that wasn't the best idea.
No, I get it.
Huh?
Of course, I was quite sad at first, but as I learned more about the situation, I grew to understand.
Took us 7 long years just to get where we are now.
I want to be clear. I'm not here because I've made up my mind. For now, I want to see how the shop my father and mother left behind is being run.
Of course. We'll wait for you to make your decision. Take all the time you need.
Thanks. Welcome!
Hey there. I can see that you're working as hard as ever.
I am! What you need?
We have some good stuff to sell you.
Sorry, but for the time being, we can only hold on to them for you.
Right, no worries. Kate and Iris, they here?
They're out gathering, so that their skills don't grow too rusty.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Sarasa isn't back from visiting the capital yet. Sorry.
Well then, thank you for leaving these with us. I'll have them appraised by the alchemist from South Strog. She's coming next week.
Sounds good.
Can I help you?
I heard from a buddy of mine that you might have some flexible gloves here.
That we do. Please hold on for a moment.
You sure have gotten the hang of this, Lorea.
Thanks. I wish I could handle the purchases myself, though.
Well, everybody out there has things they can do and things that they can't.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Hey, Lorea? Don't you think that all this food is a bit much?
Since you didn't get all that much gathering today, you just have to eat a hearty meal and try again tomorrow.
Okay, but still, this is a lot to eat.
You shouldn't slack off just because Sarasa isn't around. Even without the marriage, you do still have your own personal debt to pay.
It's not like we've been slacking, though. It just happened to be one of those slow days. With that said, I must say I've been a little discouraged lately.
Both of you. You need to pull yourselves together.
Ah, yes. Thank you so very much. The last time I was here, you sold me fruit from Osfer, and boy, they earned themselves quite a reception. I'd love to buy more of those from you.
And I can introduce you to some more great products from the region.
That workshop you introduced me to is fantastic. The prices are really low, too, so I can sell for cheaper to all my regular customers.
Wow, that's great. The owner of this place will be glad to know that someone finally appreciates all their work.
Thanks again. We always feel safe trusting you with our luggage.
Yeah, well, that's because we put on some more guards than other places do. We make sure to take some extra care on that front.
A lot of folks out there can't keep on living without these supplies, so you're seriously lifesavers.
What do you think of the place?
It's a wonderful shop. Truly.
You know, if you come back and run the shop, you would be able to use your alchemy talents. Everyone here would absolutely love that. They know what you've been through. Our dream is for you to carry on this shop that your parents left behind, and our hope is that your dream is the same. What do you say?
I need to have a little more time to think on it.
Thank you! Oh, sure has gotten busy lately, hasn't it? I think it's because Andre's group has been talking with the other gatherers about Sarasa's ingredients. The list is getting around. So that's why there are so many new faces showing up recently. It may stay that way for a while, too. This is not the best time to have a rush. Oh.
Come on now. Let's prepare for tomorrow. Then we'll eat some dinner.
Our dream is for you to carry on this shop that your parents left behind, and our hope is that your dream is the same. What do you say?
That a girl? After all, one day this place will be all yours, Sarasa.
Yeah, I'll make it even bigger with lots and lots of customers. Good evening. Welcome to Sarasa? Hey, Maria. Long time no see. I had a bit of business here in the capital.
My, why didn't you let us know you were coming in advance?
I'm sorry.
Did something happen?
Well, sort of. How should I put it?
She's back in the workshop. Go on ahead.
Master?
Oh, Sarasa.
You aren't at all surprised to see me?
What's so surprising about an apprentice returning to her master?
Yeah, but still.
Well, I know just why you came. You're upset that I didn't lend a hand in your battle with the salamander. I get you're angry, but that's only because I trusted in your
Not
skills.
remotely close. Wait a second, so it really was you out there, wasn't it? Thank you for coming to look after me.
So then why did you come out here to visit?
Well, you see...
I see. It's true that I've heard plenty of talk about the Feet Company, but I never expected them to welcome you back.
Uh-huh.
right, since you came all this way, why don't we start off with a sparring session?
What now?
When you're worrying over something, it's best to clear your head so as to think.
Okay, if you say so.
Here I come! Sarasa, you're an outstanding apprentice, whether it comes to your sword skills, your alchemy, or even your temperament. But you're too outstanding. It's important to understand how things should be done, but you restrain yourself too much. It's fine to be selfish every now and then. You once told me your parents didn't run their business solely to earn money and profit off of others, didn't you?
That's right. They strived to run an honest and prosperous business, one that made everybody involved happy.
So, in that case, the idea of running a business that makes everybody involved happy, I figure that everybody needs to include you too. Don't lose focus, kid.
Welcome!
I'd like to sell everything I've got here. My buddies were telling me this place offers the best payout. So I brought it all to you.
It will take some time for us to appraise everything.
Wait, what? But I gotta get moving. I need it right now.
Yes, sir. But right now, the owner...
Excuse me. Are these the only preserved foods you have in stock right now?
No, I think there's more somewhere.
Excuse me. My child was bit by a bug. Do you have any potions that are effective on swelling, itching, and fevers?
Let's see. A potion for that?
Please hurry. We need help.
Well, I'm not sure.
We do. Hey, Iris. Grab the green bottle under the counter. Right. And Kate, the preserved goods are in the workshop on the third shelf from the bottom. Lorrea, I can handle that appraisal for him right away.
Sarasa!
Welcome back. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome back home!
Lorrea! I'm sorry for taking so long. Come on, we shouldn't keep the customers waiting.
Yes, you're right.
Hang tight, everyone. We'll be right with you.
So you're saying that this shop and the one from your parents will be collaborating together?
That's right. We agreed to keep talking, sharing advice and relevant information. It should lead to many business ventures in the future.
And they just accepted that without any stipulations?
They did, once I conveyed my feelings about everything.
Oh, yeah? What did he say?
This place has turned into a wonderful business, all thanks to you guys and so many people in town. It's living up to what my parents dreamt. Truly fantastic. However, in order to make everybody happy, I now understand that I'm going to need to make myself happy as well. With that said, I still want to develop my own shop with everyone else in Yoke Village. And so, I cannot accept your offer.
I see.
I really am sorry.
I wish your parents could see the fine young woman you've grown into. You've become both a wonderful alchemist and person.
I'm still a novice, though. Just a budding alchemist.